Right, first I'll give you the most important topics in these 20 days. So in which topics you need to more concentrate. You need to concentrate on some topics which are most important topics. Right, if you look at the previous trend, especially from 2020. So you can divide this, you can just categorize, you can divide the CSAT exam before 2020 and after 2020 because there were drastic changes after 2020. Right, so if you look at the pattern or if you look at the type of questions given in CSAT exam after 2020, it is completely different from the before 2020, right? So if you concentrate from 2020 onwards, so what topics will, from which topics we get the more questions, right? There are some topics from the, so we have that quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning, right? From quantitative aptitude, the most important topic is number system, which includes LCM and HCF. Okay, number system means that you need to include that both LCM and HCF. And the second one is permutations and combinations. Permutations and combinations. Next, ratios, percentages, and averages. I'm not giving you all the topics now. Okay. I'm not giving you all the topics because you have hardly 20 days to go. So these topics, especially these two topics, number systems and permutations and combinations, so that's the most important topics. These two, first one and the second one, the most important two topics. So you need to focus these two, and rest of the topics which you need to focus on is ratios, percentages, averages. These 5 is enough. If you already have done the remaining topics, that's well and good. Otherwise, just concentrate on these. And when it comes to the reasoning part, reasoning, I'm not giving the complete entire list of the quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning. For these 20 days, you need to concentrate on these. Okay, so these 5 topics from the arithmetic part, and the reasoning part, number series. Number series questions. So number series or number puzzles, everything related to the numbers. So which means that we have that, for example, a simple example, suppose if I take this, these are called number series related questions. Definitely you have that minimum 2-3 questions from this topic. Okay, number series topic, number series or number puzzle or analogy, anything related to the numbers. So next, directions topic. Next, calendars, clocks, blood relation, non-verbal reasoning. See, non-verbal reasoning means that you have questions from counting the number of geometrical figures, how many triangles are there, how many rectangles are there, this type of questions you have it, right? And also the problems on the dice, problems on the cubes. So this one. And next, syllogism topic. These are the most important topics. So number series, directions, numbers related, numbers and alphabet series. Coding and decoding. These we will get the questions from these topics. Definitely we'll get the questions from these topics. So these 8 topics. Of course, we have the seating arrangement, puzzles and everything, but we are not sure about that. But these 8 topics, definitely you have this. Okay. Next, this is about the aptitude part, arithmetic part. In these 20 days, you need to concentrate on this part and this part. Number system, basic variable based questions. Some number system means that everything is included. So the entire number system topic. So almost all number systems and permutations and combinations will have a weightage of 15 to 20 questions. Okay. Okay, let's look at all the problems, the most important problems which we can expect, the concepts related questions. So maximum you can benefit from this session, maximum you can score it. So because I extracted all the previous year questions which are very, very important and also repeatedly asked. Like we have unit digit concept and we have the factors, right? As we discussed in the classroom, okay, for many students. So we repeat them. So because those are the most important concepts, definitely we'll have get minimum 40% of the questions. 40% is not the exact questions, at least the type of questions, concept based questions we'll get it. So now we'll do it. Yeah, these were the questions which were asked in the earlier previous year questions. Especially from 2020, I took the question. I have taken the questions from 2020 to 2024, most important ones. So if you concentrate on these problems and these concepts, minimum 30 to 40% we will get them. Okay, right. The first question: find the number of integers from 100 to 600 which are perfectly divisible by both 6 and 4. Okay. So before that, suppose if I ask you that how many numbers are divisible by 1 to 100, from 1 to 100 how many numbers are divisible by, let's say that 4 for example. Tell me the answer for this one. How many numbers from 1 to 100 are perfectly divisible by 4? My question is very simple. How many numbers from 1 to 100 are perfectly divisible by 4? Okay, 25. So it's nothing but we are taking the numbers 1 to 100. How many numbers? Which numbers are divisible by 4? 4, 8, 12, 16, these numbers are divisible by 4, right? So if I write all the numbers 4, 8, 12 like this till 100, how many numbers we have? 25. How do we get it? So we don't need to write all these numbers. See, when we have the numbers from 1 to 100, directly you can divide this last number with this number. 100 when you divide with 4, what is the quotient we'll get? 425. So how many numbers are divisible by 4 means that 1 to 100? 100 by 4. We simply take that 100 by 4. 100 by 4 is nothing but 25. Next, suppose if I ask you that how many numbers from 1 to 600 are divisible by both 4 and 5. Both 4 and 5. See, here we just need to simply take the quotient of the number. 100 by 4, what is the quotient? 25. 25 will take it directly. Suppose if I ask you that how many numbers from 1 to 600 are divisible by both 4 and 5. When a single number is given, how many numbers are divisible by a single number? Then we simply divide this number with 4. We take the quotient. If it is more than one number, how many numbers are divisible by 4 and 5? 4 and 5. When it is more than two numbers, more than one number, yes, we need to take the LCM of the numbers. If it is a single number, directly we divide the numbers. If it is more than a single number, then we take the LCM of the numbers. 4, 5. What is the LCM of these two numbers? 20 is the LCM. 4 and 5. You know how to find out the LCM, right? So 4, 5 LCM is what? 20. So now you take this number 600, divide with 20. Take the quotient of the number, right? 600 by 20 means that 23 is a 0, 30. So how many numbers from 1 to 600 are divisible by both 4 and 5? 30 numbers are there. Okay. So you simply need to take the numbers. Whether it can be 2 numbers, 3 numbers, any number of terms. If it is more than single number, then we take the LCM of the numbers, directly divide the number, take the quotient of the numbers. Remainder need not be equal to 0. Okay, remainder need not be equal to 0. Still my voice is breaking, right? Now coming to our problem. Here we can directly divide the numbers. See, 1 to 600 means that it is starting from, these numbers are starting from 1. These numbers are starting from 1. So we don't have any problem, directly we divide with this number. But if the numbers are in between the numbers, if the numbers are not from the starting number, so here we need to find out the numbers from 100 to 600. It's not from the starting number, right? For those numbers, we'll take it like this. First we take the larger number. First of all, by which numbers it has to be divided? 6 and 4. So immediately I had to take the LCM of the numbers. LCM means that, what is the LCM of the numbers? 6 and 4. 12 is the LCM. 6 2s are 12. 12 is also divisible by 4. The LCM is what? 12. Okay. So now you take the larger number first. Larger number is 600. 600 divided by 12 minus from the smaller number. For the smaller number, how do we take? We take minus 1. We take minus 1. So 100 minus 1, that is 99 divided by 12. Okay. If the numbers are remember one point, if the numbers are directly starting from 1, then you take this. Suppose if it is 1 to 600, then you can immediately take the 600 as the number. You can immediately take 600 divided by LCM of the numbers is what? 12. Okay. But if it is not directly from 1, if it is in between the numbers, it is what? 100 to 600. It is in between the numbers, right? If it is in between the numbers, then we take the larger number divided by this number. And when you take the minus, when you take the smaller number, for the smaller number you take one number less. 100 minus 1 means that what? 99. So 600 by 12 means that what? 1250 is the quotient. And 99 by 12. Here I already told you that remainder need not be equal to 0. Okay? 99 when you divide with 12, you know the normal division, right? 99 when you divide with 12. So what is the value we'll get? 8. 50 minus 8 is what? 42. So the answer is what? 42. Got it? So first we take that if the numbers are in between, if it is suppose even if it is from 200 to some 500, let's say that the problem is given like this. How many numbers from 200 to 500 are divisible by both 6 and 4? If first, as usual, you first take the LCM of the numbers. Two numbers LCM is what? 12. Now, when you are taking the numbers like this, so first you take the larger number divided by LCM of the numbers. Take the quotient of the number. Minus, when it comes to the smaller number, you have to subtract one number. 200 minus 1 means that 199 divided by 12. Okay? So you can take the value. You just need to take the quotient of the numbers. The remainder need not be equal to 0. Okay, ma'am? Remainder need not be equal to 0. How to take LCM, ma'am? LCM is very important, ma'am. మనకి ఇప్పుడు చాలా తక్కువ టైం ఉంది కాబట్టి నేను ఫాస్ట్గా కొంచెం చెప్తాను. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ యూ ఆస్క్ మీ. When you are taking the LCM of the 6 and 4, general method, okay, faster method is between the two numbers you choose the larger number. Okay, between the two numbers or three numbers you choose the larger number. So what is the larger number? 6 is the larger number. Okay, so 6 is not divisible by other number 4. Now you can go for the multiples of the numbers. 6 into 2 is what? 12. Okay, so now this number 12 is divisible by both these numbers, or otherwise we have a common method like as we have learned it in the school days. So 2 3s are 2 2s are. So further these numbers are not divisible by any common number. So 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12. 12 is the LCM. Okay, right. Let's take the next problem. How many 3-digit numbers are there which are divisible by 2 3 5? Okay, see the question, same type of question. How many 3-digit numbers are there? 3-digit numbers are which mean that what? 3-digit numbers mean 100 to 999. 100 to 3-digit numbers means that 100 to 999. From 100 to 999. So how many 3-digit numbers are perfectly divisible by? So this number should be divisible by what? 2 3 5. I already mentioned that if it is more than a single number, then we first need to take the LCM of these numbers. 2 3 5. What is the LCM of these numbers? 2 3 5. So no number is divisible by common numbers. All these numbers, at least two of the numbers are divisible by one common number. It is not possible, so you simply take the product of these numbers. LCM of these numbers is what? 30. Okay, ma? Now, so again it is not from 1 to 999. If it is 1 to 999, directly you take the larger number, divide with this LCM number. Since it is between the numbers, how do we take? First you take the larger number. What is the larger number? 999 divided by 30 minus quotient of 999 divided by this LCM 30 minus, when you take the smaller number, for the smaller number we need to subtract 1. Whenever you take the smaller, larger number you can directly take, but when you take the smaller number, for smaller number you take one number less. 100 minus 1 means that what? 99 divided by 30, quotient of. Okay, so what is the value? 33 is a 90 and 33 is a, when you divide 999 with 30, so like this 999 with 30, you know that, right? So you always have to take the quotient part here. Okay, so 33 is a 90 and then 99, 33 is a 90, 9 is the remainder. Remainder is not important for us. Okay, only we need to take the quotient. 999 divided by 30 means that what is the quotient value we get? 33. Then 99 by 30. 99 when you divide with 30, 33 is a 90. So what is the answer? 30 is the answer. We are doing the previous year question. In a school, every student is assigned a unique identification number. A student is a football player if and only if the identification number is divisible by 4. Whereas a student is a cricketer if and only if the identification number is divisible by 6. If every number from 1 to 100 is assigned to a student, then how many of them play cricket as well as football? So I'll send you the PDF file in your group. You can take a printout for that, because we don't have much time, right? So in a school, every student assigned a unique identification number. Okay, in a school, for every student an ID number is given. ID number is decided like what? A student is a football player. If the student is a football player, then the ID number is given as what? The numbers are divisible by 4. Whoever plays the football, then their identification number, ID numbers are, which are divisible by what? 4. Then what could be the football players' ID numbers? Yeah, it could be 4, 8, 12. So here these numbers must be divisible by 4. Okay, football player means that the numbers must be divisible by 4. And similarly, the ID numbers given to cricket players whose values are divisible by 6. How many numbers are like me, which means that 6, 12, 18 like this. If every number from 1 to 100 is assigned to a student, so the ID numbers are taken from which numbers, Amma? 1 to 100. The ID numbers are taken from 1 to 100. Now the question is, for how many of them play cricket as well as football? Okay. So from these numbers, can you tell me that what is the least number which is a football player and a cricket player? You can take this. These numbers are ID numbers of football players. 4, 8, 12, 16 like that. These numbers are ID numbers are 6, 12, 18. These numbers are ID numbers are cricket players. Okay. So you can see that 12 is a common number. So which means that ID number 12 is playing both football and cricket. Okay. In mathematical term, if I tell you that, so both football and cricket means that, so the numbers must be divisible by both 4 and 6, right? Now the question is what? From 1 to 100. Now the mathematically the question is from 1 to 100, how many numbers are divisible by both 4 and 6, right? Because the numbers are given from 1 to 100 range only. The numbers range is from 1 to 100 only. Out of this 1 to 100, how many numbers are divisible by 4 and how many numbers are divisible by 6? Why? Because we need to find out the value of both football player's ID number and cricket player ID number. Okay, which is nothing but what? Both 4. The numbers must be divisible by both 4 and 6. Okay. Now the question becomes like this. How many numbers from 1 to 100 are divisible by both 4 and 6? 4 and 6 means that first of all, we take the LCM of these numbers. What is the LCM for 4 and 6? 12 is the LCM. Okay. Now the question is directly from 1 to 100. Directly from 1 to 100 means that, yes, we can directly take the largest number divided by 12. So you take the quotient value. 100 by 8 means that what is the value? 8. 8 is the value. Already I told you in the classroom that the most important thing, like squares and cubes, you have to remember minimum 1 to 30 squares. At least you remember it now, because it's important in arithmetic as well as reasoning. In reasoning, you have the direct questions, like you need to identify the square numbers, you need to identify the cube numbers, right? So minimum you need to learn 1 to 30 squares and 1 to 20 cubes, minimum. 1 to 30 squares, you need to identify. 1 to 30, at least it would be better if you remember till 35, because sometimes it is also asked from 31 to 35 also. This is mandatory, 1 to 30 squares and 1 to 20 cubes. Right, now you tell me that, okay, a gardener has 1000 plants. He wants to plant them in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same. What is the minimum number of plants that he needs more for this purpose? At 24. At least could you tell me that what we need to do? Squares. Yeah. So here it is given that the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same. if you have this condition, the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same, that number should be the perfect square. You should always remember that. Okay, first of all, suppose if I take from this, I want to plan in a such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same. Suppose if I want to plan them, the number of rows and the number of columns should be same. Okay, let's take that. Suppose if I want to plan the plans in 2 rows, which means that obviously columns also 2, because my condition is what? The number of rows in the column should be same. 2 rows, 2 columns. Then what would be the final number of plants I am planting? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have that 4 plants, right? Suppose if I want to plant them 3 rows, which means that obviously I need to plant them in 3 columns. So the number of rows and the number of columns should be same. The number of rows and columns are 2 and 2, then the total number of plants I am planting is what? 4. If the number of rows and columns, if I am taking the 3 rows and 3 columns, if I want to plant the plants in 3 rows and 3 columns, what happens? Total number of plants is what? You can add it, 9. So I am planting here, here, here like this, so total 9 plants. So suppose if I want to plant them like 4 rows and 4 columns. 4 rows, if I want to plant the plants in 4 rows and 4 columns. See, you can see that 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. Columns are 4. Then what is the total number of plants I am planting? 16. Yeah. So you can see that if I am taking the 2 rows and 2 columns, so the total number of plants I am planting is what? 4. If I am taking the 3 rows and 3 columns, the total number of plants is 9. If I am taking 4 rows and 4 columns, the total number is what? 16. Which means that it is nothing but what? A perfect square. Okay. So that's why I am telling you that the number of rows, in order to take this condition, number of rows and the number of columns remains the same. Whenever you see this condition, the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same. For any problem, immediately the number should be a perfect square. A perfect square. A PS means that perfect square. Right. Now you can read that a gardener has already 1000 plants with him. He wants to plant them in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns should be same. Okay. And what is the minimum number of plants that he needs more for this purpose? Already he has 1000 plants. He wants to plant them in this condition. As we know that in order to take this condition, the final number must be what? A perfect square. 1000 is not a perfect square. Right? 1000 is not a perfect square. How much additional plants are required to get this number as a perfect square? How many? Yes. 32 square. 32 square. 32 square value is 1024. Already 1000 plants are there. He needs extra 24. Then 1000 plus 24 is what? 1024. How many additional? 24. Here the concept of the question, the clue of the question is the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same, means that for any problem you immediately need to take that the number should be a perfect square. Right? A perfect square. A sum 700 rupees has to be used to give 7 cash prizes to the students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding price, what is the least value of the price? What is the least value of the price? Okay, 700 rupees is the total amount. A sum of 700 rupees has to be used to give 7 cash prizes. 700 rupees to be distributed as how many prizes? 7 prizes. And what is the condition for each prize? If each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding price. Generally when you are doing problems, arithmetic problems, if you don't know any value, you can assume the value is x, right? So there are 7 prizes. The total sum of the 7 prizes is given as what? 700 rupees. We don't know the initial price. Let's say that the initial price is x rupees. If I am taking my first prize is x rupees, then what is the second price? X minus 20. Here clearly it mentioned that each price is 20 rupees less than its preceding price. Suppose if I take that initial price is x, then the next price would be what? X minus 20. Next price, another 20 rupees less than the previous one. Less than its preceding price means that previous one. Previous price is 20 rupees, x minus 20, minus 20 is x minus 40. Next price is what? X minus 60, x minus 80. Likewise, how many price? 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So these are the 7 prices. If I take my initial price value is x, and the condition is each price is 20 rupees less than its preceding one, x minus 20, x minus 40. Likewise, I am how many prices I would have to take? 7 prices. Okay, the entire value of these prices is what? Equal to 700. So now you add these values, 7x, right? 7x on 3, 6, 7, 60, 120, 200, 300, 420. So 7x here I am writing 7x minus 420 is equal to what? 700. 7x is equal to what? Minus 420. When you take it to the other side, it becomes what? Plus 420. Okay. 7 1s are 7, 7 6. X value is equal to what? 160. And after getting this value 160, you need to look at this. What is the least value of the price? Least value of the price. Least value out of these numbers is what? X minus 120 is the least value. Okay, x is not the least value, x minus 120 is the least value. X value is 160, 160 minus 120 is equal to what? 40. So answer is 40. Okay, so generally minimum we have 5 questions based on this type of questions, which means that we assume the value is x. If you don't know any value, we assume the value of x, then when we do the problems, we will get the answers. So answer is what? 40. 40 is the least value. What is the total number of digits printed if a book containing 80 pages is to be numbered from 1 to 850? 1 to 850. These are all standard questions and which were asked in the previous year questions. Number system, very standard questions, not just for UPSC, for any exam if you write that, these are very standard questions. UPSC also given the same type of questions. 1 to 850. First you understand the problem. What is the total number of digits printed if a book containing 850 pages? A book has 850 pages. Okay, how many digits we are using? Okay, how many digits means that suppose 1 to 9, for every page we have single digit. 10 means that how many digits we are using? 2. 11 means that 2. Likewise, suppose if you take 100, we are using 3 digits. If you count all the digits till 850, how many digits will get? Tell me the exact value. Starting from page number 1 to 850, if you count number of digits like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 850, how many digits we have? See, whenever this type of question is given, first you take the single digit separately, 2 digit numbers separately, 3 digit numbers separately. Single digit numbers, how many single digit numbers we have? 1 to 9 means that total we have 9 digits, right? Next, 2 digit numbers means that 10 to 99. First of all, tell me that how many numbers we have? 10 to 99 means that how many numbers we have? How many numbers we have? First tell me that how many numbers we have from 10 to 99? 90. So largest, you remember one point, whenever you take the numbers from one number to another number, how many numbers are there from 120 to 500? Suppose if you want to find out. How many numbers are there from one number to another number means that largest number minus smallest number plus 1. Okay. When you are taking the numbers from one number to another number, it is largest number minus smallest number plus 1. Largest number is 99 minus 10. 99 minus 10 is what? 89 plus 1. Which means that we have 92 digit numbers are there. Starting from 10 to 99, how many numbers are there? 90 numbers are there. And next, every number has how many digits? We are counting the digits, right? Every number has how many digits? 2 digit numbers only, right? So which means that in these 10 to 99, how many digits we are using? 90 numbers are there. Each number has 2 digits. 90 into 2 means that what? 180. Is it clear? Next, 3 digit numbers. If you take the 3 digit numbers, 100 to how many pages were there? 850. 100 to 850. 100 to 850 means that now you take that. First of all, how many numbers are there from 100 to 850? Largest number minus smallest number, that is 850 minus 100 is 750 plus 1. 751 into 3, because it is a 3 digit number. So each number has 3 digits. I multiply with 3. So now if you multiply 3 into 1, 3, 3 5 is 15, 3 7 is 21 plus 2. 9 plus 3 is 12, 14, 2442. Okay, ma? So the answer is 2442. Yes, 2442, amma. Okay, can you quickly tell me the answer for this? How many digits we are using from 1 to 1200? 1 to 1200. Can you tell me the answer for this one? How many digits we are using from the number 1 to 1200? 3693. See here 1 to 1200 means that how many single digit numbers are there? Single digit numbers already we find out, that is 9. Single digit numbers are 9. Next, how many two digit numbers are there? That is also over, that is what? 180. 3 digit numbers. 3 digit numbers means that first of all, how many 3 digit numbers are there? 100 to 999. So which means that total numbers are 900. So there are total 900 numbers are there, and also we have 3 digits in each number. So which means that what? 2700. Now when we take the 4 digit numbers, 4 digit numbers are there from 1000 to up to how many numbers, amma? 1200. 1000 to 1200. First of all, you take the total number of numbers from 1000 to 1200. How many numbers are there? 201, because it is larger number minus smaller number plus 1. So 1200 minus 1000 means that 200. 200 plus 1 is what? 201. So 201 into 4. So which is nothing but what? 804. Now you add the numbers. 9 plus 4 is what? 13. 8 plus 1 is what? 9. Okay, 8 plus 8 is 16. So the answer is what? 3693. Okay, amma? So in this way we separate that, like how many single digit numbers are there, how many 2 digit numbers are there, how many 3 digit numbers, like. Okay, we separate it like that. So answer is what? 3693. Okay, amma? Got it? A number consists of 2 digits. If the number formed by the interchanging the digits is added to the original number, okay, then the resulting number must be divisible by which number? So here normally you can consider one number, you can check the number, like a random number you can choose from the 2 digit number. So sometimes, like most of the times, you can assume some numbers. For such problems you can assume the numbers like 23, 45, whatever the number you wish, you can assume the numbers. Let's say that a 2 digit number means that suppose if I take that 23, okay, suppose if I assume a 2 digit number is 23. What is given in this problem? A number consists of 2 digits. Like suppose if I take the number 23. This is completely your choice. You can choose any number, any 2 digit number. Suppose if I take that 23, if the number formed by interchanging the digits, 23, when you interchange the digits, what is the number will get? 32 is added to the original number. So original number is what? 23. After interchanging the numbers, what is the number we got? 32. If you add these two numbers, what is the number we'll get? 55. Then the resulting number means that this number must be divisible by which of the numbers? See, if I take the number 23, after reversing the digit I got 32. When I add these two numbers, I'll get 55. This 55 is divisible by which numbers? It is divisible by 11 and also 5. So which means that 9 and 3 are eliminated. Okay, randomly I pick the number 23. Okay, so if I choose 23, the final resulting number is divisible by both 11 and 5, right? Since two options are correct, I'll choose for the another one. Okay, I need to choose another number. Let's say that some 45. If I choose 45, after reversing the numbers, I'll get what? 54. The total number is what? 99. 99 should be, out of these numbers, it should be divisible by what? 11 only. So answer is what? 11. Okay. Most of the times it could be like this. We can take it directly like that. Another important thing is, sometimes the problem could be extended. You remember that when you take it as like xy or ab, okay, variable wise, if you take that, whenever this condition is given, the number formed by interchanging the digits, when you get this condition interchanging the digits, Interchanging the condition means that what? Yx. You need to represent in the you need to write it in the mathematical representation. So this is in the units place, this is in the tens place, right? How do you write this number? 10x plus y. And similarly, if you take this number yx, it could be written as what? 10y plus x. Okay, whatever the number is given, if the variables are given, if you are assuming any variable, if variables are given, you should always represent in the mathematical expression. Like ABC is given, then you need to write it as 100a plus 10b plus c. Okay, for every problem we need to consider in this way. Next, after that we are adding the numbers. 10x plus x means that what? 11x. Y plus 10y means that what? 11y. If you take 11 common, x plus y. Okay. So now you can easily find out the answer. This 11 into x plus y is divisible by which number? 11. Okay. Right. Next problem. This is also like this. So whenever you assume the variables like AB, ABC or XY or XYZ, you should always represent in the mathematical way, mathematical representation. Okay. Suppose if you take that there are certain it is given that there are certain 2-digit numbers. 2-digit numbers means that what? XY. There are some numbers, we don't know how many numbers are there. There are some numbers. Let's say that 2-digit number form is XY. And the difference between the number and the number obtained after reversing the digits. So whenever we have this condition, then immediately we represent as 10x plus y. Okay. When you reverse the digits yx, it can be written as what? 10y plus x. Now the difference, what is given in the problem? Difference between the number means that xy, the one obtained on the reversing it, that is yx. So the difference of these two numbers is given. Difference means that what? Difference means that you take the minus value. 10x plus y minus of 10y plus x. This difference is always equal to what? 26. So 10x minus x is equal to what? 9x plus y minus 10y. So you are taking the difference of the numbers. Plus y minus 10y means that what? 9y is equal to 27. If you take 9 common, it would be what? 9 into x minus y is 27. Then x minus y is equal to what? 3. X minus y is equal to 3. And this is the equation we got, right? How many such maximum 2-digit numbers are there? We need to find out all the numbers which are in the form of xy. Okay. So first I took the number, 2-digit number is xy. And after taking the condition we got is what? X minus y is equal to 3. So how many of these numbers are there? To satisfy this condition x minus y is equal to 3, how many such numbers are there? So xy, we need the numbers of in the form of what? xy. X is a single digit, y is a single digit. Okay. What is the maximum possible value of x? 9 is the maximum possible value because I can't take more than 9. X is a single digit number. So I need to check from the largest possible value. X is 9, then y obviously is what? 6. And then next number is what? So xy values are what? 96. Next value is what? 85. Next value is what? 7 minus 4. If I take x value is 7, y value is 4, 7 minus 4 is 3. Next 6 minus 3, 5 minus 2, 4 minus 1. Okay. So what are the numbers? X place, in the x place we have 9, 6. So the numbers are 96, 85, 74, 63, 52, 41. For all these numbers, the condition is satisfied. What is the condition? The difference between the number and the one obtained by reversing it is always 27. For which numbers it is satisfying? These numbers. Not just these numbers, the reversing the digits. Like 69 also possible, 58 is also possible. Reverse the digits. Like 47, 36, 25, 14. For all these numbers, for all these 2-digit numbers, this condition is satisfied, right? How many such pairs are there? Total 6 plus 6. Total 12 numbers are there. If total numbers are asked, total numbers are what? Total numbers are 12. Here the options given are 3, 4, 5. So answer is what? None of this. We can also take the reversing the numbers. 96 is a separate number. We will take 96 as a separate number. 69 is a separate number. Okay. In total we have 12 numbers. Anyway, answer is none of this. A digit n is, so this is x. A digit x is greater than 3, is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 6, then which of the following is divisible by 4? These type of questions are common in UPSC. Okay, like minimum 2-3 questions we have. One variable is given, for the variable a condition is given like this. Let's say that here x is given and the condition is x is greater than 3. Okay, so we have such type of questions, and what we need to do for this type of questions is we have to assume a value. We have to simply assume a value for that by satisfying the condition. What is the condition? X must be greater than 3, x must be greater than 3, and also x must be divisible by 3. So by satisfying this condition, what are the numbers I would take for x? X should be, it should be divisible by 3. It should be divisible by 3, but it must be greater than 3. What are the numbers? 3, yeah, first we'll take the 3 multiples. 3 divisible means that 3, 6, 9, these numbers I'll take. By the way, it must be greater than 3 means that 6, 9, 12, likewise I'll take. And also there is another condition, but not divisible by 6. The same x should not be divisible by 6. It not be divisible by 6. Then which value I can take? 9. It is also divisible. So x possible value is 9. When this type of questions are given, and by satisfying this condition, we need to assume a value for x. We need to choose a value for x or for given variable by satisfying the condition. So what is the condition? Condition is x greater than 3 is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 6. So the x value should be what? 9. When you assume the value, you should always take the minimum possible values. The minimum possible value of x is what? 9. So now the question is, which of the following is divisible by 4? If you substitute the x value 9 over here, so 2 into 9 is what? 18. 18 is not divisible by 4, right? Next 3x. 3x means that 3 into 9, 27. 27 is also not divisible by 4. 2x plus 4. 2 9s are 18. 18 plus 4 is what? 22. 22 is also not divisible by 4. 3x plus 1. 3 9s are 27. 27 plus 1 is what? 28. 28 is divisible by 4. So answer is what? 28. Option D. Option D is the answer. It should be divisible by 3. Which one is x should be divisible by 3? Here, when I am assuming the value of x as 9, it is divisible by 9. The final question is, which of the following is divisible by 4? Okay, x should be divisible by 3 and it should not be divisible by 4. See, you can see that the condition for x is greater than 3, 9 is greater than 3, it is divisible by 3, 9 is divisible by 3, but not divisible by 6, 9 is not divisible by 6, right? But algebraic properties, x power minus m could be written as what? When x power m minus m is there? 1 by x power m, right? Next, 1 by x to the power of whole to the power of minus m. Suppose if you have 1 by x whole to the power of minus m. So it should be written as what? X power m. When x power minus m is there, we can directly take 1 by x power m. 1 by x whole to the power of minus m is there. Then we can write it as x to the power of m. See here, 1 by 2 whole to the power of minus 6. 1 by 2 whole to the power of minus 6 is what? You can directly take 2 to the power of 6. See, 1 by 2, 1 by x whole to the power of minus m can be directly taken as what? X to the power of m. So 1 by 2 whole to the power of minus 6 can be directly taken as what? 2 power 6. What is the 2 power 6 value? 2 power 5 is 32, 64. Next, 1 by 4 whole to the power of minus 3 means that 4 cube. 4 cube value is what? Again 64. 1 by 3 whole to the power of minus 4 means that you can take it as what? 3 power 4. 3 power 4 is 81. 1 by 6 whole to the power of minus 2 means that 6 square. 6 square value is what? 36. So when we have it in this form, so another thing, another property is probably you know that x to the power of m into x to the power of n is what? X to the power of m plus n. When bases are same, when we are multiplying, we need to add the powers. Similarly, x power m divided by x power n. X power m divided by x power n. When bases are same, when the powers are in this form, then x power m minus n. Next, x to the power of m whole to the power of n is not equal to x to the power of m to the power of m. Both are different m. X to the power of m whole to the power of n is different from x to the power of m to the power of n. When we have x to the power of m whole to the power of n means that this value is what? X to the power of mn. For example, I'll take this. If you take it like this, examples. If you have 2 to the power of 3 whole to the power of 4, the value for this is 2 to the power of x to the power of m into n means that x to the power of mn. So when we have a bracket, the power is included with bracket, then you need to multiply these two values. So that is what 3 into 4 is 2 power 12. Suppose if you don't have bracket, if the power does not consist of brackets, then first we need to take the power of this. So 3 power 4. First you need to take the power of this. So what is the value? 3 power 4 means that 81. So this value is 2 to the power of 81. This value is 2 to the power of 12. This is multiplication and this is directly we take the power. Okay, ma'am? Clear? Right, next problem. And this type of model was asked 3-4 times, the same model. What is the remainder? There is a number 91 into 92 into 93 into 94 into 95 into 96 into 97, 98 into 98. This is a big number and this big number is divisible by 1261. 90% cases because the same type of problems were given 2-3 times in the previous year's CSAT questions. If this type of questions were given, then for most of the problems, the denominator values and the numerator values you can cut it. Right, the denominator value is completely cut from the numerator values. Like this number 1261, is there any possibility? First thing you have to do, any problem from the number system, if you don't know, if you don't get any idea, just break it as prime numbers factors. In the classes, generally when we did the number system problems, for most of the concepts what we did, we first break it into prime numbers product, right? Whenever you don't get any idea, first break it as a prime numbers product. You will come to know that at least some idea. First you need to break the number as a product of prime numbers. 1261, 1261. So how do you divide it? 1261. By which numbers it goes? 1261, how do you divide? What is the answer for the 10th one? Or 10th one, sorry. Which of the following, sorry, I did not complete the 10th one. Which is the largest number among the following? After doing it 64, 64, 81, 36. The values of these expressions are what? 64, 64, 81, 36. What is the largest number among the following? Largest, what is the largest number? 81 is the largest number. So option is C. Okay, ma'am? C is the answer. What is the remainder? What is the remainder when this number is divisible by 1261? Okay. First, you need to break this number as a prime numbers product. 1261. How do we divide? 1261. You know the divisibility rules. Divisibility rules are very, very important. Okay. Divisibility rules 2, 3, 4, 5. You know the divisibility rules. Until 11, okay, no problem. But from 13, you need to check. So if we check this number with 13, 13 9 ja 117. Here the remainder is 91. 13 7 ja 81. So 1261 remainder is 0. 1261 can be written as what? 1261. This number 1261 can be written as what? 13 into 97. 13 into 96. So this number 1261. Instead of 1261, I am writing it as what? 1 into 3, 13 into 97. Okay. This 97 get cancelled. 13 7 ja 91. 13 7 the 91. See, what is the remainder when we find out? Okay, what is the remainder? So remainder means that whenever you cut the complete number in the denominator, the remainder is 0. Okay, suppose when I take like this, so 12, some 24, 3 into 2. Suppose if I have it like this, 3 8s and 2 4s. What is the value? 4 is the value. Whatever the value we have left here, this is called quotient value. This is the quotient value. But when you cut down all the values in the denominator, when we have left with no number in the denominator, it means that remainder is what? Remainder is 0. Okay. So that's why you need to look at the question. Is it remainder or quotient? Here completely we cut down the denominator value. So 13 and 97. So we have left with nothing, which means that what is the remainder? Remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. I break this number, Amma. So 1261 is the number, right? 1261 number. And 1261 number, how do I break it as prime numbers product, or how do I break it as numbers into two numbers? 1291, 1261 can be written as 13 into 97. You can check it like that. 1261 or whatever the number is given in the exam, you need to check. And that's why the divisibility rules are very important. Normally from 1 to 11 it's very easy to find out, because you know the tricks, you apply the tricks, you will get the answer. Okay, you will get it. From 13, so what you need to check is for 13, 17 and 19. 13 and 17, 19. 1261, I try with 13. So 1261, if I try with 13, I will get the remainder 0, which means that 13 into 97 is what? 1261. And for most of the numbers, so we can break it. Okay, that's what we have to look for. Next, maximum value of m. So this is a concept of maximum power of x power n in y factorial. Suppose if I ask you find the maximum power of, if the question is given like this, and we'll come to this question later. First, if the question is given like this, find the maximum power of 3 in 30 factorial. Maximum power of 3 in 30 factorial. This concept is called maximum power of x power n in y factorial. Okay, suppose if I ask you that find the maximum power of 3 in 30 factorial. How do we do that, Amma? So 30, so the method is what? 30, if you take that, first we need to take the factorial number, then you need to divide that prime number. Whatever the number is asked, we need to divide. Here 30 factorial is given, then for that number we need to divide with 3. So divide with 3, 3 10s are 3 3s are 9. Here remainder need not be equal to 0. We first take the factorial number, whatever the factorial number is given, so then we take the factorial number. 30 factorial is the given number, so you take the 30, then we need to divide with 3. So 30 when you divide with 3, what is the quotient we'll get? 3 10s are. So here we need to write only the quotient terms. Then you divide this number 10 with 3. 3 3s are 9. Remainder is 1. Next, 3 1s are 3. Okay. Then what is the final answer? Except this number, except the given number, you need to add the remaining numbers. What are the remaining numbers? 10 3 1. 10 3 13. 13 plus 1 is what? 14. So what is the maximum power of 3 in 30 factorial? 14. Except the given number, add the remaining numbers, that is 10 3 1. 10 plus 3 13. 13 plus 1 is 14. Let's take that. Suppose if I ask you that what is the maximum power of 5 in 120 factorial. Maximum power of 5 in 120 factorial. Okay, maximum power means that it is nothing but 5 multiple. So if the question is given in this way, what is the maximum power of some number in some factorial number? First we take this number, whatever the factorial number is given, first we take the number. We need to divide that factorial number with this number. Okay, what is the number here? 5. Factorial number will be taken here, and that number should be divided by the prime number, whatever the number it is given. 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are. Okay. Again, you need to divide with the same number. 24 divide with 5. So 24 when you divide with 5, what is the quotient will get? 5 4s are 20. Okay. Remainder need not be equal to 0. Okay. Then the final 4, further it is not divisible by 5, right? So the final answer is accept the given number. Accept the given numbers. Add the remaining two numbers. So 24 plus 4 is what? 28. So in this way we find out that. So by the way, what it means that find the maximum power of 3 in 30 factorial means that, so 30 factorial can be written as 3 power some maximum factorial. It can be any number, 3 power maximum. If you write all the numbers in 30 factorial, that is 30 into 29 into till 1, that can be written as what? 3 power n into some number. Okay. It could be the maximum value. We can't get more than 14. 14 is the maximum possible value of 3. And similarly, if you take that 120 factorial, if you take the complete product of 120 factorial like 120 into 119 into 118 like this till 1, if you write 120 factorial, in this 5 maximum power can be written as what? 28. And the rest of the number can be anything. So, but for 5 the maximum number is what? 28. Now you look at the question. If 15 into 14 into 3, if 15 into 14 into 13 into till 1. So it's nothing but 15 factorial, right? Can be written as what? It is given as 3 power m into n. And also it is given m and n are positive integers. Then what is the maximum value of m? What is the maximum value of m? So it's nothing but, so what is the maximum power of 3 in fact 15 factorial only, right? So here 3 power m is given. M should be, we need to find out what is the maximum value of m. So m is 3 power. So here the question can be converted into, like you can interpret it as what is the maximum power of 3? Maximum power of 3 in 15 factorial only, right? How do you find out? 15 we take, divide with 3. 3 5s are 3 1s. Okay? Accept this number, accept the given number, add the remaining numbers. 5 plus 1 is what? 6. So answer is what? 6.
So what if it is given 3 power m into n?
3 power?
15 factorial. 15 factorial is equal to 3 power m into, 6 power m into n.
6 power?
Not given the prime number.
2 into 3. Okay? 2 into 3 చేసి దాంట్లో లీస్ట్ నెంబర్ ఏదో వస్తే అదే కదా మనకి. ఇండివిజువల్ చేసి రివైజ్ చేసుకున్నాం. Okay?
Yes.
Next, same. What is the remainder when 85? And almost from 2021 onwards, every year we have one question like this. And a number is given and we need to divide with a certain number. And mostly you look at the denominator part. So divide the number. It's like a normal division. Here, what is the remainder when 85 into 87 into 89 into 91 into 95 into 96 is divided with 100. It's like a simplification. How do you simplify it? So here 100 is there, 95 or 85 is there. Obviously we can say that the numerator number or denominator numbers are divisible by 5. 5 19s are, 5 20s are. Okay, when you look at this number, 4 24s are 96, 4 5s are 20. Okay, next 85 is there and 5 is there, 5 1s are 5 17s. So now in the denominator no value is there and all the, so we have left with nothing. So which means that what is the remainder? If you completely cut the denominator part, it represents that the remainder value is what? 0. The remainder value is 0. So when we have this type of question, first you need to break this number as a prime numbers product or product of certain numbers, or else you can cancel out like this. 100 is a simple number, we don't have a big deal. For the previous one, 1261 something, for that number you need to break the numbers. Maximum in the number series questions, maximum try to break the numbers into prime numbers product. Okay? Till 11 no problem. So especially 13, 17, 19. Remember these three tables, 13, 17, 19. Most important 13, 17, 19. Okay, so answer for this one is what? 0. Unit digit of the expression. Okay, in number system, the most important concepts, once again I'll tell you that what are the topics you need to revise in number system. In number system topic, first one is unit digit, finding out the unit digit of the numbers. Second one is divisibility rules. Divisibility rules. Third, factors. All questions related to the factors. Factors are devices. Next, maximum power of x power n. Maximum power of x power n in y factorial. X power in y factorial. P by Q form. Simplification, that is Bodmar's rule. In maximum power of x power in y factorial only number of zeros will get. So the number of zeros. Reminder concept. Reminder concept is very, very important. So you need to cover all these things. Right. So here the unit digit of the expression. How do you find out the unit digit of the expression? 0, 1, 5, 6, which means that if the number ends with 0, 1, 5, 6, same number as the unit digit. If any number ends with 0, 1, 5, 6, same number as the unit digit. Suppose if I ask you what is the 40 to the power of 56, answer is what? 0. Okay. If the numbers, first we need to check the numbers. If the number ends with 0, 1, 5, 6, then immediately answer is what? 0. If the number ends with 1, answer is 1. If the number ends with 5, answer is 5. Unit digit is 5. If the number ends with 0, 1, 5, 6, same digits are unit digits. Same digits are unit digit. Like 40 to the power of 56, what is the unit digit? Means that what? 0. Next. The next category of the numbers are if the number ends with 4 and 9. Okay. So we need to check the power. Okay. If it is even, then we do it like this. If it is odd, then we will do it in another way. For example, if I take that 24 to the power of 64. Okay. What is the unit digit of this expression? Yes, if the number ends with 4, check the power. So is it even number or odd number? If the number ends with 4 and 9, we have to check the power whether it is even number or odd number. Power is what here? Power is even number. When it is even number, when the power is even number, you take the example is what? 2. If the power is odd number, you take the power as 1. See here the power is what? Even number. Then instead of this number you take 2 because even number example is 2, right? So now instead of 64 you take simply 2. 4 square value is what? 16. 16 means that what is the unit digit? 6. Next, suppose if I take that 39 whole to the power of 461. If the number ends with 4 and 9, simply you have to check the power. Simply check the power. Here the power is what? Even or odd. We need to check only that thing. 461. What is the number? Odd. Odd power. Odd power means that if you get odd number example is what? 1. So instead of this value you take 1 directly. 9 to the power of 1 value is what? 9. So answer is 9. Got it? So one last one. So now you tell me what is the unit digit of this expression? 244 to the power of 535. If the number ends with 4 or 9, if the number ends with 4 or 9, so we need to check the power. We need to check the power. Power is what? Odd number. Okay. Odd number means that odd number example is what? Least odd number example is 1. Okay. So instead of this number you take the value 1. 4 to the power of 1 is what? 4. If the power is even number, okay, you take the example as 2. Then we will get the answer. Okay, coming to this. So 0, 1, 5, 6 is one category. 0, 1, 5, 6 is one category. 0156 is one category, 49 is another category. So 49 means that power need to be checked whether it is even or odd. Now if the number ends with 2378, if the number ends with 2378, you take 57242. Let's something, you take some number. Let's take some example first. 2 to the power of 42. What is the unit digit of 2 to the power of 42? If any number ends with 2378, if any number ends with 237, what we have to do is we divide the power with 4. Divide the power with 4. And then you take the remainder. For every number, if the number ends with 2378, divide the power with 4. Divide the power with 4. Take the remainder. After dividing the power with 4, take the remainder. 42 when you divide with 4, what is the remainder we'll get? Remainder is 2. Okay, which means that instead of this number, we got remainder. We take directly remainder. 2 square value is how much? 4. Let's take that. Suppose if the number is 645. Okay, 23 to the power of 645. What is the unit digit? What we had to do is divide the power with 4. Okay. And again, when you are dividing the power with 4, so no need to divide the complete number with 4. So because there is a divisibility rule of 4, take the last 2 digits. Whenever you are supposed to divide the power with 4, take the last 2 digits. Complete number is not required. Just take the last 2 digits. 45 divided with 4, what is the remainder? 1 is the remainder, right? Which means that instead of 645, we can simply take 1. 3 to the power of 1 value is what? 3, right? Now if you take this number 572, what is the answer? So first of all, you see this one. This is the given value. So what is the condition I told you? So when we have this, the power should be divided with 4. Okay, power divided with 4 and tell me the answer. Yes, ma'am. If the unit numbers is 0156, we'll get the same value as the unit digit. 0, if the remainder is 0, in this case if the remainder is 0, then we have to take that. Or otherwise 0156 will have the same unit digit term. If the 0156 is nothing is there in 0156, if any number ends with 0156, 40 to the power of 420, since the number ends with 0, the answer is unit digit of the number is 0. Suppose if you take 25 to the power of 455, irrespective of the power, if the numbers are ends with 0156, same digit will take it as unit digit. 5 means that 5 is the unit digit. Okay. Next, if the number ends with 2378, okay, divide the power with 4, and then take the remainder. The big power will becomes the smaller power. How do you do that? Divide the whole power with 4, take the remainder. One thing is you can directly multiply the numbers, take the remainder, divide with 4, take the remainder. Otherwise there only we can do it. Okay, so suppose if you multiply all the numbers with, what is this power then? 5 3 is a 15. 15 into 7 is 105. 105 into 9 means that what? 945. First of all, if I multiply all these numbers, 57242, what is the value we get? 945. This complete expression value is 945. If the number ends with 2378, the first step is divide the power with 4. Divide the power with 4. Okay. When you are dividing the number with 4, of course you can divide 945 with 4. But you remember that simple trick is when you are dividing any number with 4, you don't need to take the complete number. Just take the last 2 digits. Just simply take the last 2 digits. 45 divide with 4. Even if you divide 945 with 4 or 45 with 4, we will get the same answer, same remainder. Okay. So 45 when you divide with 4, what is the remainder? Remainder is 1. Instead of taking this big number, I take simply the remainder. So now the value becomes what? 57242. Power instead of 945, which number I can write? 1. You take 2 power 1 value. What is the 2 power 1 value? 2. So answer is what? 2 is the answer. Okay, ma'am. For 2, 3, 7, 8, all the numbers, if any number. So there are 3 categories. 0, 1, 5, 6 means that same numbers are unit digit. If the number ends with 4 and 9, the number ends with 4 and 9, we have to check the powers. Okay, even or odd. Even means that power is 2. Odd means that power is 1. If the number ends with 2, 3, 7, 8, divide the power with 4 and take the remainder. Okay, the big power will becomes the remainder, smallest power. Okay, so that we can do it in that way. Clear, amma? So answer is what? 2. No need to multiply. Power is already there, then you don't need to multiply it. Okay. Yeah, if the remainder is 0, in that case we had to take the power is 4. If the remainder is 0, we had to take the power 4. It's a rapid revision, amma. Fast గా చేయాలి. నేను ప్రతిదీ చెప్పుకున్నానంటే, so we have almost all 60 problems to cover. Everything I had to cover, so make it fast. If you have any doubts, I'll explain that. ఇన్ని రోజులు ఏం చేశారు అసలు? Okay, next problem. And already it is there in your notes. Every details అంటే మీకు కండిషన్స్ కూడా అంటే పవర్ 0 వస్తే ప్రతి దానికి కండిషన్స్ కూడా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. సో యూ జస్ట్ రివైజ్ ద థింగ్స్. If 7, 9, 10 is 8, 9, 11, 30 is 5, 11, 17, 21 is equal to 13, then what is the value of 23, 4, 15? And this type of model is also important. When it is given like this, it's like coding and decoding, you can call it. The topic is 7, 9, 10. The number is 8. Okay, what if you do with 7, 9, 10, we'll get 8. 9, 11, 30, we need to get 5. 11, 17, 21, we need to get 30. So first you take 7, 9, 10. From this we need to get 8. You can take that plus minus into division. It can be anything. It's a symbol which represent anything. So it's like logical reasoning, reasoning related problem. What if you do with 7, 9, 10, we'll get 8. 9, 11, 30, we need to get 5. 11, 17, 21, we need to get 13. Okay, suppose if I add the numbers, what is the value we get? 26. From 26, first I add all these numbers. 7, 9, 10. 7, 9, 10. If we add all the numbers, we'll get 26. 2 plus 6 is what? 8. 9, 11, 30. Next, same logic if I apply, 9 plus 11 is 20, 20 plus 30 is what? 50. So if you add the 2 digits, 5 plus 0 is what? 5. 11, 17, 21. First you add the numbers, 49. 4 plus 9 is, after that you take the digit sum. 4 plus 9 is what? 13. So 23, 4, 15. 23 plus 4 is 27. 27 plus 15 is what? 42. Okay. Final logic is what? Take the digit sum. 4 plus 2 is what? 6. 6 is the answer. Okay. అంటే అన్ని ప్రాబ్లంకి ఇలా అనే కాదు. సో ఫస్ట్ అన్నింటికి ఏంటంటే అలా వచ్చేస్తే మనకి చాలా సింపుల్గా ఉంటుంది. అంటే లాజిక్ అన్నది ఇట్స్ డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ టు ప్రాబ్లమ్. నెక్స్ట్ mostly so 10 to 12 questions are asked directly from number system concept. అందుకే ఈ 2 టాపిక్స్ నెంబర్ సిస్టమ్స్ అండ్ పర్ముటేషన్స్ అండ్ కాంబినేషన్, ఈ 2 టాపిక్స్ మీద చాలా వెయిటేజ్ ఉంటుంది. దాని మీద ఫోకస్ చేయమని బిగినింగ్ నుంచి చెప్తుంది. దానికి అదే రీజన్. లెట్ x be a positive integer such that 7x plus 96 is divisible by x. X is a positive number. Okay, so it's not required for us. Only thing is what it is given, 7x plus 96 is divisible by x completely. 7x plus 96 is an expression which is completely divisible by x. Then how many possible values are there for x? How many values are there for x? So first problem అర్థం చేసుకున్నాం. So 7x plus 96 is an expression which is completely divisible by x. Completely divisible by x. Then how many possible values are there for x? So can I break it as 7x plus, see suppose if a plus b by c is there, then we can break it as a by c plus b by c. Okay, even a minus b by c, a by c minus b by c, a into b by c, we can break it like this. So 7x plus 96 by x means that we can break it as what? 7x plus x, 96 plus 96 divided by x. Here this x and x get cancelled completely, right? X we can cancel. So this expression is completely divisible. So from this, what we need to find out here, how many values of there for x. From this, I can't find out the x values on, because x already get cancelled. From this expression, I can't find out, right? First I break it like 7x by x plus 96 by x. X get cancelled, 7 is the remaining value. So from this I cannot find out the answer. The next value if you take that 96 by x, okay, from this I can find out. Now you understand this, how many possible values of x are there. It is given that 7x plus 96 is completely divisible by, 7x plus 96 is completely divisible by x. So after that I break it as 7x by x plus 96 by x. So can I say that 96 by x, 96 is completely divisible by x? 96 by x means that what? It is 96 is completely divisible by x. 96 is completely divisible by x. Now you tell me that how many values are there for 96 which is completely divisible by different values. 96 is divisible by how many different values? This problem is nothing but 96 is perfectly divisible by how many values? Okay. Okay, so you can write all the values, so that is one possibility. If instead of 96, if something 2096 is given, can we try for 2096? It's not possible, right? 96 is divisible by which some numbers which is nothing but what? Factors. These are called factors. If any numbers, suppose if 12 is there, 12 is divisible by which numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. These are called factors. Okay? These are called factors. How many factors are there? Okay, how many factors are there? You know how to find out the factors. There is a concept called factors. Like for example, if I ask you that, how many factors are there? First of all, you remember that factors means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So all these are called factors. How many factors are there for any given number if it is asked? Okay, there is a method to find out the answer. We don't need to write all these numbers like for 12 we don't need to write all these numbers. Any number if it is given, to find out the total number of factors. First of all, write the given number as a product of prime numbers. Okay, 120. 120, how do you write it as prime numbers product? First, to find out the factors, I write here. Factors, for finding out the number of factors, first step is, step 1 is write the numbers as prime numbers product. Prime numbers product. Okay, write the number as prime numbers product. For example, 120, if I take 120. So first of all, you write the number as a product of prime numbers. 15 8s of, okay, which means that 2 cube into 3 into 5. If you are good at calculation, you can immediately write. Sare man kaddam kaladu men direct ga rayalemu anise anukunte, there is another possibility. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to write the numbers as a prime numbers product. So first completely prime numbers product ga rayal. So which means that what, we need to divide this number with prime numbers, any prime number. Given number is 120. Now you tell me that 120 is divisible by which prime number? Any prime number, that is your choice, but the given number must be divisible by prime number, because we are writing the numbers as a prime numbers product. 120 is divisible by which prime numbers, Amma? 3. Okay, 3, 5, 2, your choice. So when you divide 120 with 3, what is the number we'll get? 40. Next, divide 40 with 3 again. So 40 with, not with 3. So 40, now you tell me that which prime number we can divide? 5. Okay. It can be also divisible by 2, your choice. 5 8s. Next, 8 is divisible by 2 4s. 4 is divisible by 2. So whatever the numbers you can take, those numbers must be prime numbers. These numbers should be perfectly divisible by any prime number. Okay, you make sure that the given numbers must be divisible by any prime number. So 120 is divisible by which numbers? 3, 5, 2, 2, 2. So you can write the prime numbers product as what? 2. How many times we are writing prime numbers? 2 cube. Next 3 is 1 time, 5 is 1 time. Okay. The first step is you take the numbers, you write the numbers, given number as a product of prime numbers. So in this way we can write the prime numbers product. And after that add +1 to each power. After that add +1 to each power. Okay. After writing it as prime numbers product, add +1 to each power. Here the power is 3, 3 plus 1, 4. Next, here the power is what? 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. Here the power is what? 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So what is the total number of factors for 120? 16 factors are there. It's very simple. First step is write the number as a prime numbers product. Second step is add +1 to each power. That is your answer. Okay. For example, if I take that 340, tell me that how many factors are there for number 340? Wait a minute, I'll ask whether it can be recorded or not. 1 minute. Cheyanamma, sir, I'll come back. 340. First of all, we need to write it as a prime numbers product. Tell me 340 is divisible by which prime number? 2, okay, 217. Next 170 is divisible by which prime number? It can be divisible by any prime number. Okay, 5. See, 170 means that you can clearly see that 17 is a prime number. You write the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Prime numbers plays an important role because for most of the problems we need the concept of prime numbers. Concept means it we need to recognize the prime numbers. Especially from 1 to 100, there are 25 prime numbers. You write down on your paper 1 to 20, 1 to 100, and you don't need to by heart anything. Just if you glance at them frequently, like 3-4 times, you will remember all the prime numbers. See, 170 means that I can directly write that 17. Okay. Of course, you can also take that 5, 2, that is your choice. 2 5s. Okay, so 340 can be written as what? 2 square into 5 into 17. Okay. First step is write the number as a prime numbers product. After that, add +1 to each power. So first 2 plus 1 power is 1 plus 1 2, 1 plus 1 2, 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So how many total values are there? Sorry, this is not the question. So the total number of factors for 340 is what? 12. Likewise, if you look at this one, 96 is the number. So tell me, how do you write the 96 number? Because here we need to find out for 96, right? 96 has, so again, it is divisible by 2. 2 4s are 2 8s are, 2 24s are, 2 12s are, 2 6s are, 2 3s are. How many numbers are there? 2s are 5s. 2 power 5 into 3 power 1. So 96 first can be written as 2 power 5 into 3 power 1. Now add +1 to each power. 5 plus 1 is what? 6. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. 6 into 2 is what? 12. So answer is what? 12. Okay. Factors is another important question. Okay, am I clear? Let's take the next problem. Each digit of a 9-digit number is 1. It is multiplied by itself. What is the sum of the digits of the resulting number? Each digit of a 9-digit number is 1. First you understand that. There is a 9-digit number. In that 9-digit number, each digit is 1. Suppose if you take a 3-digit number, each digit is 1 means that what? The number is 111. Okay. Similarly, if there is a 4-digit number, each digit is 1 means that what? 4 ones, 1 1 1 1. Likewise, there is a number, big number, that is what? 9-digit number. It's a very big 9-digit number, and each number consists of what? 1. 1 into 1 into 1 into 1. So 9. So the number 9 times it is multiplied by itself. So which means that there is a number 1. So likewise, how many digits? 9 digit. Multiply, it is multiplied by itself. So which means that the same number, 9 digits. then what is the sum of the digits in the resulting number? What is the sum of the digits in the resulting number? Okay. So generally it's not a big deal because you don't need to multiply the numbers. There is a rule when you take the square of the numbers, square of the numbers where the number consists of all ones. Like suppose if you take 1 square, the value is 1, 11 square value is 121. Suppose if it is 111 square, okay, 1, 2, 3, 21. So you can understand this one. If I have that 2 ones, then it can be written as what? 1, 2. How many digits we have? How many ones are there? 2. So 1, 2, from there you decrease it. So here we have 3 ones. Then we need to start from 1. 1, 2, 3, and then you gradually decrease the number. Next 4 ones. Suppose if you have that 4 ones. Now the number should be what? 1, 1, 1, 1 square is equal to, starting from 1 we write the numbers in the consecutive increasing order. Like how many ones we have? 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, from then 3, 2, 1. And similarly if you take this one, 1, 1, 1, 1, like we have 9 digits, okay, into 1, 1, 1, 1, like 9 digits. It's nothing but what? 1, 1, 1, 1, 9 digits, whole square only, right? When you are multiplying the same number, which means that whole square. Then what is the value, possible value we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting from 1, we write the numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 9. From there, we decrease the number like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is the number we get. Now we need to find out the sum of the number, sum of the digits in the resulting number. The resulting number is what? This is the resulting number. This is the resulting number. What is the sum of the digits? Sum of the digits means that here, so here of course we can add the digits, that is one case. Another case is we know the simple formula of sum of the first 10 natural digits, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus till, suppose when we are adding the numbers starting from 1 to n, starting from 1 to n, it can be written as what? N into n plus 1 by 2, n into n plus 1 by 2. See here 1 to 9, directly we have the numbers 1 to 9. The number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, okay, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n, okay. These are the sum of the first 9 numbers, sum of the first 9 numbers, or sum of the first 10 numbers formula is what? N into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of the first 9 numbers, first I will take till 9 because 1 to 9 is directly there. So what is the formula? 9 n into n plus 1, 10 by 2. So 2 5 is 5 into 9 is what? 45. Next again 1 to 8, 1 to 8. So now if you take it in the reverse way, 8 into n plus 1 divided by 2, 4 9s are 36. So 1 to 9 the sum is 45, 1 to 8 the sum is 36. We want the complete sum, right? So which is nothing but what? 45 plus 36, which is nothing but 81. So answer is what? 81. Okay, ma, so answer is 81. Clear? Right, this is about the number system, most important questions. Just go through the all number system questions once again. My notes lo unnai kada, check cheyandi marokasari. Next, this question is related to the ratios and proportions. Next problem. Ratios and proportions. So two numbers are in the ratio of 3:5. If 9 is subtracted from each number, then they are in the ratio of 12:23. Then find the difference between the two numbers. In ratios and proportions, there is one question, one model which is very, very important. And we can directly apply the shortcut also for that one. So I'll tell you that. General method is, so first we take the numbers 3x and 5x. 3x, 9 is subtracted means that 3x minus 9, 5x minus 9 is equal to 12:23. So product of means is equal to product of extents. From then we get the x value. Another method is cross product application. Directly we can do it. See, first of all, you see that what is given in the problem. This is the standard method for almost all the problems in the ratios and proportions. One method, you just remember one method that will be useful for you for most of the questions. Two numbers are in the ratio of 3:5. There are two numbers, let's say that first number and the second number. These two numbers are in the ratio of what? 3:5. 9 is subtracted from each numbers. So, two numbers is in the ratio of 3:5 means that what? 3x and 5x. We can take it as 3x and 5x. 9 is subtracted from each number. So, which means that from the first number 9 is subtracted, from the second number also 9 is subtracted. After 9 is subtracted, the resulting ratio is what? 12:23. 12:23. First we write it whatever it is given in the problems. First two numbers are given. Two numbers ratio is what? 3:5. Later it is given that 9 is subtracted from each number. So from this number and from this number 9 is subtracted. I wrote it like this, -9, -9. After 9 is subtracted from this ratio, what is the ratio we get? 12:23. Okay. So now you look at this. Here we have two ratios. This is one ratio and this is another ratio. On both sides we are subtracting 9. The condition is whenever we have two ratios, a constant number is adding or subtracting on both the sides. If we are adding or subtracting a constant number on either side, then we can immediately find out like this. By the way, first you take it as 3x because 3:5 means that what is that value? What are the values of this? 3:5 means that the values are 3x and 5x. In order to find out the x value directly, we can go for the cross product. Cross product means that first of all you take the cross product. Cross product means that this number into this number. 323. What is the value? 69. Then you take the another cross product. 5 into 12. So what is the value? 60. Later you take the difference of the numbers. First you take the cross product number. 3 into 23 is what? 69. Next 5 into 12 is what? 60. You take the difference of the two numbers. After getting this cross product, you take the difference. What is the difference? 9. So 9 into x. Okay. First you take the difference into x. Whatever the difference we get, we first take that number into x. So this is the left side part is equal to. Now the right side part would be taken like this. For the second ratio, you take the difference. You take the difference of the second ratio. What is the difference? 12 and 23 means that 11 is the difference. And then you multiply this number and the constant number, whatever you are adding or subtracting. Signs are not important. Here 9 is adding on both sides, right? You first take the difference of this second ratio. Difference of 12 and 23 is what? 11. 11 into 9. 11 into 9 means that what? 99. Therefore, x value is equal to what? 11. X value directly we get 11. So first number is what? In the form of 3x. Second number is in the form of what? 5x. We need to find the difference between the two numbers. So first number is 3x and second number is 5x. What is the difference between the two numbers? Yeah, difference. Here I write difference between two numbers. Difference between two numbers is equal to what? This is 5x and this is 3x. 5x minus 3x is equal to what? 2x. 2x means that 2 into x is what? 11. 2 into x is 22. 22 is the answer. Okay. Let me give you one more example. Suppose if two ratios are in the, it is given like this. Two numbers are in the ratio of 2:3. Okay. Two numbers are given in the ratio of 2:3. 5 is added on both sides. After that we get 4:5. And I only tell you the method. Numbers might not be not needed. Just it's an example how we do that. Suppose if I take the two numbers are in the ratio of 2:3. If 5 is added on both sides, after that we get another ratio of 4:5. Okay. Whenever we have the two ratios, remember that whenever we have the two ratios and we are adding or subtracting a constant number on both sides. So these values are taken as 2x and 3x. In order to find out the x value directly, you take the cross product. 4 3s are 12, 2 5s are 10. First you take the cross product of the numbers. Then you take the difference of the two numbers. 12 and 10, what is the difference? 2. that number into, or otherwise let's take that 6 here, 6, so that we'll get that 6. Okay, we have the two values and a constant number is adding on both sides. First you take the cross product, 5 2 is the 10, 4 3 is the 12. You take the difference of the two numbers. What is the difference? 2. 2 into x. So this is the left side part. When it comes to the right side part, you take the difference of the second ratio. What is the difference of the second ratio? 4 and 5, what is the difference? 1. This number into the constant number, or adding or subtracting. Which number you are adding here? 6. 1 into 6 means that 6. 2x is equal to 6 means that x is equal to 3, right? So now you can take that first number is 2x, second number is 3x. X value is related to this value. Okay, this is very important model in ratios and proportion, because most of the problems are related to this concept. All we have to check is when we have the two ratios and we are adding a constant number or subtracting a constant number, then we directly apply this method. Okay, let's look at the next problem, next example. Suppose if you take this example, next one, 99. So we take the cross product, 9x is the cross product, and after that when you take the difference of the second ratio, so first you take the difference of the second ratio, 23 and 12, what is the difference? 11. This number into constant number, what we are adding or subtracting, 11 into 9 is what? 99. This is how we got 99. Right. Let's look at the next problem. Here again, the annual income of A and B are given in the ratio of 4:3. A and B, there are two people, A and B. A and B, there are two people. Their income ratio is given. Income ratio is what? Income ratio is 4:3. The ratio of their expenditures are given. Expenditure ratio is what? 3:2. See, the same problem, 19th problem, like the same question without changing the number was asked 3 times in the UPSC CSAT exam. Without changing the number. One time the number is changed from 600 to 6000. That is the only difference. Most of the questions in the CSAT, 90% of CSAT ratios problems are based on this model. What is given in the problem? So income ratio is given. A and B, two persons, income ratio is given. Expenditure ratio is given. What is that? 3:2. And also given that each one say A savings are 600 rupees, B savings are 600 rupees. Okay. So what is the relation between income, expenditure and savings amount? From our income, if you subtract expenditure, then we'll get savings. Or else we can say that from income, savings are subtracted, then we'll get expenditure. Right? Right. See, income ratio is this, expenditure ratio is given. Income minus savings is equal to expenditure, right? Yes. Income minus savings is equal to expenditure. This is A's income, whatever it can be, A income is given in here. And what is the savings of A? 600 rupees only, right? So when I subtract 600 rupees from this, from A's income let's say that 4x, and this is what? 3x. From A's income, if I subtract his savings, then I'll get the expenditure, right? Okay. So from this ratio, if I subtract 600, I'll get this ratio. For both of them, A saves 600 rupees, B also saves 600 rupees. Is it clear, Amma? From A's income, saving 600 is subtracted, then we'll get the another ratio. Again, if you look at carefully, when we have the two ratios, and a constant number is subtracting on either side, right? So again, we can apply the same logic. 4 into 2 is 8, 3 into 3 is what? 9. So 9, 8 difference. What is the difference? 1. Okay. Difference into x. So this is the left side part. Okay, ma'am. When it comes to the right side part, for right side part is what? You take the difference 3 and 2. What is the difference? 1. This number into the constant number. 1 into 600 is what? 600. So what is the value of x? X value is 600. So we need to find out the annual income of A. Annual income of A is how much? 4x. Annual income of A is equal to what? 4x. Annual income of A is 4x. 4x means that 4 into 600, which is nothing but what? 2400. So answer is what? 2400. Right, next problem. Same model problems we have, but when you are taking the numbers, that's important. How much number we are adding or how much number we are subtracting, that's more important. Not all the ratio sums. Most of the problems we can do it by using this method. Most of the problems, and that too, which is very important in the CSAT exam. The application, I told you that when two ratios are given, a constant number we are adding or subtracting. Now you can read it. The ratio of the ages of Ram and Rahim 10 years ago was 1:3. The ratio of their ages 5 years hence will be 2:3. Then find the ratio of their present ages. Okay. You can see that what is given in the problem. Ram and Rahim 10 years ago the ratio is given, and the ratio of their ages 5 years hence will be given. Again two ratios are given, right? Two ratios, you can mark it. Ram, Rahim ages were given 10 years ago. 10 years, what is 10 years ago? What is the ratio of Ram and Rahim? 1:3. What is the ratio of Ram is to Rahim 10 years ago? 1:3. And next, what is given? 5 years hence will be given. 5 years hence. 5 years hence, what is the ratio of Ram and Rahim? 2:3. Then what is the ratio of their present ages? First of all, you look at this one, Ram and Rahim's present ratio and the 5 years hence ratios of the ages will be given. Two ratios are given. And next, if you look at this one, this is 10 years ago ratio and this is 5 years hence ratio. What is the difference between these two times? For 10 years, suppose let's say that we are in, suppose if it is in 2000, when we are in 2000, 10 years back means that 10 years ago means that what is the year? 1990. This is 10 years ago, right? Similarly, for this 2005, when I say that 5 years hence means that what is the year? 2005. For 2000, when I say that 5 years hence, which means that from now, hence means that from now, 2000, for 2005 years hence means that 2005. Now we need to look at the difference between these 2 years. What is the difference between these 2 years? 15 years. 1990 to 2005 means that 15 years difference. So 10 years ago to 5 years hence. If you take 10 years ago to 5 years hence. So what is the time gap among? 15 years. So this ratio is given from this ratio to this ratio. How many years gap is there? 15 years. So which means that after 15 years, both Ram's and Rahim's ages will be 2:3. So which number we are adding on either side? 15. Okay. So again this value represents x and this value represents what? 3x. Now you can go for the cross product because we are adding and we have the two ratios and we are adding constant terms. You go for the cross product. 3 into 1 is what? 3. 3 into 2 is what? 6. 6 and 3, what is the difference among? So 6 and 3 difference is 3x. 6 and 3, what is the difference? 3x. Six and 3, here the difference, here the cross product is 3, and 2 into 3 is what? 6. 6 and 3, the difference is what? 3. That number into x. This is the left side part. When it comes to the right side part, 2 and 3, what is the difference? 1. 1 into 15 is what? 15. 3x is equal to 15, then therefore x value is equal to what? X value is equal to 5. Now what we need to find out? Suppose if you take that x value, if you just substitute the values of x, Ram age is what? X value is 5, 3x means that what? 15. So 5 years and 15 years. This is the ages of Ram and Rahim when 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Ram, so because these values represents what? 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Ram age is what? 5 years. Same 10 years ago, Rahim age is what? 15 years. Okay. So Ram and Rahim, 10 years back, 5 and 15. Now what is the question? We need to find out the ratio of their present ages. This is what? 10 years ago. 10 years ago, their ages are like this. Present means that what? Present means that 10 years ago means that 5. Now present age is what? 5 plus 10. 5 plus 10 is what? 15. And similarly, 10 years back, 15 years. Rahim age is what? 15 years. Present age means that what? 10 years. We need to add plus 15 plus 10. 15 plus 5 is what? 25. So present ages means that Ram and Rahim present ages are what? 15 years and 25. So 5 3 is a 5 5. So what is the answer? 3:5. 3:5 is the answer. Okay, ma'am? So most of the questions were related to like this. Two ratios are given and a constant number we are adding or subtracting. Depends on the problem. We need to interpret the problem. The most important thing is we need to interpret the problem. So we have seen that if the constant number is adding or subtracting on either side, sometimes it can be also like constant, different numbers are added or different numbers are subtracted. If you look at the next problem, the ratio of the income of two persons is 5:3, expenditure is 9:5. Find the income of each person if they save 1300 and 900 respectively. So here the savings are different. The savings are different. So the ratio of the income of two persons is 5:3. Income ratio is given. Income ratio of A is to B. What is that? 5:3. Expenditure ratio is what? 9:5. But here it is given that A saves 1300 rupees and B saves how much? 900 rupees. We know that income minus savings is equal to expenditure, right? A savings is how much? 1300 rupees. And B savings is how much? 900 rupees. Now we need to find out the income of each person, right? So earlier cases when two ratios are given and a constant number is adding on both sides or subtracting both sides. But now the case is different. When we have the two ratios, the numbers are different. Here when we add the different numbers or when we subtract the different numbers on either side. The trick is like this. Again these numbers are what? 5x, these numbers represents 5x and 3x. In order to find out the x value, first of all the left side part is same. The left side part remains the same, like whatever we did in the earlier case, the same thing we do. 5 into 5, 9 into 3. So 9 3 is a 27, 5 5 is a 25, and next we take the difference of the two numbers. What is that? 2. 2 into x. Same. లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ పార్ట్కి వచ్చేసరికి సేమ్ మనం ప్రీవియస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్కి ఎలా అయితే చేసామో అలాగే చేస్తాం. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు ద రైట్ సైడ్ పార్ట్, earlier what we did is we take the difference of the second ratio and then multiply with the constant number. Now it is like this. Now we take the first number, in the second again we take the second ratio from the second ratio. So again we can go for the cross product. Cross product means that this number and this number and the second term and this number we multiply like this. So 9 into 900, cross product again. Whatever the numbers we are adding or subtracting, for that we take the cross product. So 9 into this number, what is the number? 8100. 5 into this number, 5 into this number is what? 6500. What? And next we take the difference. Again we take the cross product difference. But for the first one, the left side part we know. For the two ratios, we take the difference of the cross product. For the right side part, we take the cross product application for these numbers, whatever the numbers we are adding or subtracting. Cross product means that 9 into 900, that is 8100. 5 into 1300 is 6500. So, and again you take the difference of the two numbers. What is that? 1600. 2x value is 1600. Then x value is equal to what? 800. So income of each person means that income of A. Income of A means that income of A is represented by 5x. 5x means that 5 into x value is how much? 800. 5 into 800 is 4000. Income of B. Income of B. What is the income of B? 3x. 3x means that 3 into 800, that is 2400. Clear, Amma? There are two types of problems. Two ratios are given, we are adding or subtracting a constant number. Second model is different numbers when we are adding or subtracting. In a coin collection, there is one gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. 10 more gold coins are added to the collection and the ratio of gold to non-gold coins would be 1:2. Based on the information, find the total number of coins in the collection now. So it is given that in a coin collection, 1 gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. So which means that if you take 1 gold coin and you will get 1 gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins. So which means that if you take 3 non-gold coins, then you will get 1 gold coin. Suppose if you take that another 3 non-gold coins, so which means that if you take 6 non-gold coins, then how many gold coins you will get? 2. And it's nothing but, so it is the normal terminology. So the same thing in mathematically expressed as a ratio. So if you get 1 gold coin for every 3 non-gold coins, 6 non-gold coins, 2 gold coins, and next 9 gold coins, 3 gold coins. So it's nothing but what ratio we are taking. So can you tell me that what is the gold ratio to gold coins to the non-gold coins ratio? It's nothing but for every 3 non-gold coins, 1 gold coin you will get, which is nothing but what? Ratio between the gold coin to the non-gold coin. What is the ratio between the gold to the non-gold coins, Amma? 1:3, right? Gold coin to non-gold coin, so 1:3. Next. So this is the first thing we need to interpret. From the given information, we can write that gold coins to the non-gold coins, that is nothing but what? 1:3. 1:3. And later, what is given? 10 more gold coins are added to the collection. So for the gold coins collection, how many gold coins we are adding, Amma? 10 gold coins. Okay, we are adding 10 gold coins. And the ratio of gold to non-gold coins would be 1:2. So initial ratio between the gold and non-gold coins is what? 1:3. After adding plus 10 gold coins, then the ratio would becomes what? Gold to non-gold coins is 1:2. Okay, based on the information, find the total number of coins in the collection now, right? So from this information, we can say that only gold coins were added. What about the non-gold coins? Nothing was added. So which means that if nothing was added, we can we take it as 0, right? If we don't add anything, which means that 0. Gold coins are 10, non-gold coins we take it as what? 0. Now you can concentrate on it. So here we have the two ratios, and then we are adding different numbers. Again the same procedure. The thing in the ratios and proportions is we need to identify that. We need to interpret the problem exactly. Whatever it is given in the information, we write it in the mathematical terms. So here two ratios we can see, okay, we are adding the different numbers on either side. So this value represents x and this value represents what? 3x. How do you find out the x value? Take the cross product, 2 into 1, 3 into 1. So this is 3, 2 into 1 is 2. What is the difference, Amma? 1 is the difference. 1 into x, 1 into x. And next, okay, what is the next one? Again you can go for the cross product. So this number into this number into this number. 2 into 10 is what? 20. 1 into 0 means that 0. We take the difference of these two numbers. 20, 0 difference is what? 20. 20 minus 0 is what? 20. So x value is how much? X value is 20. So gold coins value is x, non-gold coins value is what? 3x. Okay. So by the way, we need to find out the total number of coins. Total number of coins means that what? Earlier, gold coins are x, non-gold coins are 3x. Total number of coins means that what? Both gold coins and non-gold coins. This is 3x plus x, which is nothing but what? 4x. 4x means that this is the total number of coins. 4x value is what? 4 into x value is what? 20. 4 into 20 means that what? 80. But you read the problem carefully. The problem is find the total number of coins in the collection now. Okay. Now means that what? After adding plus 10 gold coins. Now means that ఇక్కడ మనకి క్వశ్చన్ అంతా ఏం చెప్పాడు? ఫస్ట్ 1:3 అన్నాడు, తర్వాత 10 గోల్డ్ కాయిన్స్ యాడ్ చేశాడు, తర్వాత 1:2 రేషియోలో ఉందని అన్నాడు. క్వశ్చన్లో ఫైనల్గా ఏం అడిగాడు? ఇప్పుడు ప్రెజెంట్ అయితే ఎన్ని కాయిన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, టోటల్ కాయిన్స్ అని. ప్రెజెంట్ మీన్స్ దట్ వాట్? ఆఫ్టర్ యాడింగ్ ప్లస్ దీస్ 10 gold coins. Okay, earlier the total number of coins were 80. Now when we add plus 10, then the total number of coins would be what? 90. So answer is what? 90 coins. a sum of 2500 rupees is distributed among X, Y and Z. The ratio of 1/2 is to 3/4 is to 5/6. What is the difference between the maximum and the minimum share amount? Okay. Ratio means that you know that it is distributing. Suppose 1000 rupees, if it is distributed among A, B, C, in the ratio of 4:3:2 or 5:3:2. Suppose when I say that 1000 rupees is distributed among A, B, C in the ratio of 5:3:2, which means that what? A is taking 5 parts, B is taking 3 parts, C is taking 2 parts. We add that all terms, 10 parts is equal to 1000, we will get that each term. Okay, that is a basic thing, you know that. When ratio is given directly like 5:3:2, numerical values are integer numbers, then there is no problem. We directly add the numbers equal to this number. But here, suppose if the ratio terms are given in the fractions, the ratio values are given in terms of fractions. You always remember that whenever you see a problem in terms of fractions, ratio in terms of fractions means that convert into normal integer. Okay. So what is the ratio here? 1/2 is to 3/4 is to 5/6. The ratio is 1/2 is to 3/4 is to 5/6. Okay. Whenever a ratio is given in a fraction, the first immediate thing you need to do is take the numbers, take the denominators LCM. First you take the denominator values LCM, which means that 2, 4, 6. Take the LCM of the denominator numbers. Okay. What is the LCM of denominator numbers? 12. Okay. 12 is the LCM. So multiply each term with that LCM. Multiply each term with that LCM. If the given ratio is in terms of fractions, immediate thing is you take the ratio, you take the LCM of the denominators. You take the LCM of 2, 4, 6. What is the LCM? 12. Multiply every term with 12. Okay. Then it will becomes what? 2 6 it means that 6. 4 3 3 into 3 means that 9. 6 2 2 into 5 is what? 10. So this 1/2 is to 3/4 is to 5/6 ratio is converted into what? 6:9:10. Then the problem would be simple, right? So now A takes that 6 parts, B takes 9 parts, C takes 10 parts. Total number of parts is what? 6:9:10 means that total parts is what? 25 parts. What is the total amount? Total amount is 2500 rupees. If 25 parts is 2500, then each part is equal to what? 100 rupees. Then what is the difference between the maximum and the minimum share? See, these are the shares of A, B, C, 6:9:10. Now we need to find out the difference between the maximum and the minimum share. What is the maximum share? Maximum share is 10 parts. Minimum share is how much? 6 parts. So the difference between the maximum and the minimum share is how much? 10 and 6. The difference is what? 4 parts. If one part is 100, then 4 parts is equal to what? 4 into 100, which is nothing but what? 400. The difference is what? 400. Okay. So here the trick is, first of all you have to look at the ratio. If the ratio is in terms of fraction, if the ratios, whenever you see a problem, ratio in terms of fraction, then you take the LCM of the denominator, multiply each term with that LCM. Then we get the normal ratio. And the rest of the problem is simple. Right? So answer is what? 400 is the answer. Right? Next problem. Next problems are from the percentages. Percentages. Next problems are related to the percentages. Percentages means that you take the reference value is 100. Suppose if you take that, suppose in a class there are 40% of boys, which means that for every 100 members 40 boys are there. Percentages means that literally value is what? 100. We take the reference value is what? 100. Right. Okay. So whenever a problem is given in percentages, you take the base value is 100. In a group of persons, 70% of the students are males and 30% of the persons are married. If 2/7 of the males are married, what fraction of the females are single? It should be always, you should always take that base value is 100 amount. It would be always suggest that we should take the base value is 100, the reference value or the total value is 100. First, what is the problem about? In a group of persons, it is given that how many male members are there and also how many married people are there. So I'll take that the initial value is 100. What is that initial value? What value need to be assumed as 100 in a group of persons, which means that I'll take the group of persons. The number of people in the group is 100. In percentages problems, you always take the reference value is 100. 100 or 100x depends. If in the problem the complete values are in terms of percentages, then you can directly take the values 100. Okay, 100 is the reference value. Total number of students is what? 100. Out of them, 70% of them are males. 70% means that how much? 70. Rest of them are what? Females. Okay, out of 100 members, 70 are male, 30 are female. And next, 30% of the people are married. Suppose if I take married and unmarried people from this list, out of 100, how many people are married? 30 are married. Unmarried are 70. Okay. Now next question is, if 2/7 of the males are married, still we have the information. If 2/7 means that 2/7 of the males are married. What is the total number of males? 70. 2/7 of the males means that what? 2/7 of 70. 2/7 of 70 means that what? 2/7 into 70, which means that what? 20. So out of this, out of married people, how many married are male? 20, right? Out of 70, 2 into 10. 2/7 means that what? 20. 20 are married. Now we need to find out what fraction of the females are single. Total number of females are how much? 30. Out of this 30 female members, how many married and how many unmarried people are there? See, the total number of married people are 30. Out of these 30, male members are what? 20. Then which means that obviously the rest of the members are female members. How many of them? Female are 10. So, married are 10. Total number is what? 30. Unmarried is what? 20. Right? Out of 30 members, 10 members are married, which means that the remaining number is 20. 20 are unmarried. Now question is, what fraction of the females is single? How many of them are singles? Number is 20. Out of how many females? 30. So 20/30 is the answer. After simplification, 0, 0 get cancelled. What is the answer, Amma? 2/3. So answer is 2/3. Is it clear, Amma? Singles are 20. Out of how many members? Total females are 30. Out of total 30 females, 20 are single females. So 20/30, which is nothing but 2/3. So answer is 2/3. Okay. In percentages problems, we take the reference value is 100. Over, Amma. 2/3 is the answer. Next. Another very standard and very, very important question. This is called successive increase and successive decrease concept. Before that, I'll give you an example for this. Suppose if the price of an article is increased by 10% in the first month, next month price is increased by 20%. Can you tell me that what is the overall percentage increase in its price? Super. If the price of an article is increased by 10% in the first month, next month the price is increased by 20%, then what is the overall percentage increase? Okay. Here suppose if you take the reference value is 100. Okay. So today the value is 100. Next month it is increased by how much? 10%, which means that what? 110 rupees. It becomes 110 rupees. On this 110 rupees, how much it is increased? 20%. This 20% is increase on 110 rupees, not on 100 rupees. So 110 rupees, 20% is how much on 110? 22. 22 if you add, 132 will get. So the initial price of the article is 100. Now the price becomes what? 32. From 100 to 32 means that how much percentage it increase? 32. It's not like 10 plus 20 is 30. It is not called successive increase. Successive increase means that based on this value again we need to calculate. So that's how we get that 32%. One thing is we take the reference value is 100. Okay, the method is first we take the reference value is 100. First the article price is 100, later it is decreased or increased we take, and then again we take increased or decreased. This is one method. And the direct shortcut method or the most repeatedly used method is, there is a formula for this one and we can directly use that formula. The formula, it's a simple formula but very, very important. So you have to remember the formula because sometimes the formula is also asked directly. The formula is, if there is an increase of A%, if the price of an article is increased by A%, next it is increased by B%, then overall percentage increase is equal to, it is denoted by A plus B plus AB by 100. This is the formula. If the price of an article is increased by A%, next it is increased by 10%. Not just price, it can be anything. If the population of a country is increased by 10%, next month it is increased by. So whenever we get that successive increases, back to back increases or back to back decreases, or increase or decrease, the formula is what? Overall percentage increase, the formula is A plus B plus AB by 100, the formula. If there is increase, we take the positive sign. Suppose in the problem, if decrease is given, increase means that we take the positive sign, decrease means that we take negative sign. Okay, let's say that for the earlier problem I told you that 10% increase, 20% increase. Okay, we take the A value is equal to what? Plus 10, B value is equal to plus 20. We substitute the value in this formula. Back to back increase or back to back decrease or increase or decrease. So we use the formula A plus B plus AB by 100. So if you apply it in the formula, A value is what? 10, B value is 20, 10 into 20 by 100. If you simplify it, we will get 32%. So remember this, in this case, if percentage is increased, if percentage increase is given, then we take the positive side. If percentage decrease is given, then we take negative sign. Let's look at this problem. The problem is if the price of an article is decreased by 20%. What is given? Decreased by 20%. So which means that A value is equal to what? Minus 20. And then new price is increased by 25%. Next the price is increased by what? 25%. So increase means that we take positive, decrease means that what? We take negative. So then what is the change in net change? Net change in the price. Net change or overall change, all are same. The formula is what? A plus B plus AB by 100. A value is how much? Minus 20. B value is what? Plus 25. Plus, instead of A, what is the value we have? Minus 20. B value is what? 25 divided by 100. 25 minus 20 means that 5. 21 is 20. 5 is 5 1 is 5 5 is. Plus into minus is minus 5. 5 minus 5 is equal to what? 0. So which means that 0% is the net change. What is the answer? 0% is the net change. Formula is A plus B plus AB by 100. Percentage increase means that we take positive sign. Percentage decrease means that we take negative sign. And the same formula is applied. In which cases we apply? When something like, suppose if the price of an item is increased and its production is increased, what is the value in the total turnover? In these cases we will use, which means that suppose when we multiply two things, if there is a change in the resultant value, in these cases we apply, which means that if there is a product of A into B, A and B are two different quantities. If I increase A value and B value also increase, then what is the change in the product? Or if there is a decrease, or it can be increase or decrease, whatever it may be, what is the change in the product value? So A into B product, what is the change? In those cases we will apply. So which means that the direct application is area of rectangle. So here a gardener increased the area of his rectangular garden by increasing its length by 40% and increasing its width by 20%. Then what is the change of the new garden? Okay. So area of garden. Area of garden means that what? Here length and width is given. Length and width or breadth or both are same. Width or breadth both are same. Length is increased by 40%. Width is decreased by width. Width or breadth both are same. How much? 20%. It's nothing but whenever 2% is given, what is the change? Final గా మనకి ప్రాబ్లంలో ఎప్పుడైనా సరే 2 or more percentages ఇచ్చేసి కండిషన్ చూడండి అన్నమాట, 2 or more percentages ఇచ్చేసి ఫైనల్గా వాట్ ఈస్ ద చేంజ్ అనేసి అడిగాడు అనుకోండి, ద ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ద న్యూ గార్డెన్ హ్యాస్ ఇంక్రీజ్డ్ బై ఆర్ డిక్రీజ్డ్ బై, ఇలా ఆప్షన్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. అంటే పర్సంటేజ్ చేంజ్ అనేది చూస్తున్నాం. ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద ఓవరాల్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ ద ఫైనల్ ప్రొడక్ట్. In those cases we can directly apply this formula a plus b plus ab by 100. Here a value means that length is increased, breadth is decreased. Okay, so it is increased by what? 40. Breadth is what? Decreased, minus 20 plus 40 into b value is what? Minus 20 divided by 100. 40 minus 20 is what? 20. So 0 cancel, here 0 0 cancel, 4 2s are 8. So what is the value we get? 12%. So we got the positive value finally. Okay, final value is what? Positive value. If it is a positive value, then what is the answer? Increased by 12%. The area of the garden is increased by what? 12%. Sufficient data, insufficient data means that. Sufficient data means that for the previous problem. సఫిషియంట్ డేటా అంటే మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంలో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మనకి సరిపోతుంది అనమాట, ప్రాబ్లం చేయడానికి సఫిషియంట్ డేటా ఉందనేసి. ఇన్సఫిషియంట్ డేటా అంటే ఆ ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం నుంచి మనం చేయలేం. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు చూసారనుకోండి, ఓన్లీ ఒక వాల్యూ ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి, ఇలా ఇవ్వలేదు. అంటే సపోజ్ లెట్స్ సే దట్, సో ఇలా వాల్యూ అన్నది మనకి ఏదైనా ఇన్కంప్లీట్గా ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి, ఇన్కంప్లీట్గా ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు ఏంటంటే అది ఇన్సఫిషియంట్ డేటా అవుతుంది అనమాట. ఈ ప్రాబ్లంలో కంప్లీట్గా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంది. So we have the first it is decreased by, next it is increased by. Complete information we have. In order to find out the answer, we have the complete information. When we have the complete information to solve the problem, it is data sufficiency. We have the sufficient data to solve the problem. When the problem is incomplete, to answer the question, incomplete ga unte, then it is called insufficient data. Okay? ఆ ప్రాబ్లం చేసేటప్పుడు చెప్తాను. సో నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం చూడండి. ద ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రైస్ ఆఫ్ ఎ సర్టెన్ ఐటమ్ వాజ్ 25%. సో విచ్ మీన్స్ దట్ ఫస్ట్ an item price is increased by 25%. దెన్ ద ప్రైస్ వాజ్ డిక్రీజ్డ్ బై 20%. నెక్స్ట్ ఏమన్నాడు? 20% ప్రైస్ అనేది తగ్గిందన్నాడు. అండ్ దెన్ అగైన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ బై 10%. And the value again it is increased by how much percentage? 10%. Then what is the resultant increase in the price? What is the resultant increase in the price? Resultant increase in the price. See, for the earlier values we had that only two values we have earlier. Percentage increase or percentage decrease, only two values. Now the prices are like this, 25% increase, 20% decrease, and again 10% increase. There is a change in these prices. When 3 is given, the formula is limited for what? Only 2. Again, one method is, first you take the base value is 100. Then the old price is 100, from 100 to 25% increase, 20% decrease, and 10% increase. That is one method. You take the reference value is 100. Taking the reference values 100 for every problem in the percentages can be solve it. So we can solve any problem by taking the reference value is 100. That is one method. Second method is when we apply the formula. What is the formula? A plus B plus AB by 100. Okay. So a formula for the two values is A plus B plus AB by 100. Three values, when three values are given. Okay. ఈ 3 వాల్యూస్ ఇస్తే మీరు కొత్తగా ఒక ఫార్ములాస్ అంటే ఇన్వెంట్ చేస్తారు. ద ఫార్ములా ఇస్ A plus B plus A plus ABC by 100 అనేసి కొత్త ఫార్ములా వేసేసి దాంట్లో ఆన్సర్ రాలేదనేసి అడుగుతారు. బట్ దట్ ఫార్ములా ఇస్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్ అమ్మ. అలాంటి ఫార్ములా అన్నదే లేదు. A plus B plus C plus ABC by 100 అనే ఫార్ములా లేదు. 2 వాల్యూస్ ఉంటే ఇవి తీసుకున్నాం కదా, 3 వాల్యూస్ ఉంటే A plus B plus C అని తీసుకున్నాం అంటే కుదరదు. అయితే ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేసి ఏం చేయాలంటే, ఫస్ట్ యూ టేక్ దీస్ 2 వాల్యూస్. ఓకే, you take that A value is 25, B value is minus 12. You apply the same, okay? Then what is the value? A plus B minus, A plus B means that 25 minus 20 plus 25 minus 20, 100. This is 5. 25 4s are 4 5s are. 5 minus 5 means that what? 0. And from these two values we get 0%. Okay? Now you take the other value. What is that? 10% increase. So this is A and this is B. Okay, of course 0% to 10% means that directly it is Yes, 10%. Or otherwise, when we get another value, like let's say that inko 20% ఏదో వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, then you take this value as 20%, B value as 10%. Again, we have to apply the same formula. Okay, first from these two values, we get one value, right? You take this value as A, next value is B. Apply this formula again, which means that you are applying this 2 times, right? Okay, ma? Right, so answer is what? Final value is 10%. Next problem. Recording video YouTube లో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాం చూడండి. P scored 40 marks more than Q in an examination. If Q scored 10% less marks than P, then how much percentage Q scored? రైట్, మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పానమ్మా, ఒకవేళ కానీ మనకు పర్సంటేజ్లో ఏ ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చినా 100 రెఫరెన్స్గా తీసుకోండి అనేసి. ప్రాబ్లంలో మనం చూసేటప్పుడు న్యూమరికల్ వాల్యూస్ ఏమీ లేవు అనుకోండి, లైక్ 40 మార్క్స్ ఇస్ దేర్, సో న్యూమరికల్ వాల్యూ. If it is not there, like only if the problem is like the percentage, if the complete problem is having percentages only, then you can directly take the values 100. Okay, so even for the earlier problem also we have that only percentage values, only we have percentages, all the values whatever we have only percentages, then you can directly take the 100 value. But in this problem, apart from the percentage, we also have the numerical value, right? We also have the numerical value. In such cases, let's say that 100% or 100x, your choice. So generally we take, if you don't know any value, we take x value, right? In percentages, instead of taking x, you take 100x, because 100 is the reference value. Percentage means that for every 100, which means that for every 100. The only thing is, instead of taking x value, you take 100x value. See here, P scored 40 marks more than Q in an examination if Q scored 10% less marks than P. First of all, we represent these same values in terms of percentage. Suppose if I take the P value is 100 or 100 I can't take because 40 marks are given. Okay, marks, which means that numerical value is also given. When numerical value is given, you better take that x terms. You better take the value in terms of x. Instead of x, you take 100x. If P value is 100x, then what is the value of Q? Q scored 10% less than P. Okay, so I can take that P value is 100x. If I take 100x as the P value, then what is the value of Q? 10% less, which is nothing but what? 90x. So these are the value in terms of x. Now P scored 40 marks more than Q. So which is nothing but what? P minus Q is equal to 40 only. P is scoring more marks than Q, so which is nothing but P minus Q. The same thing in terms of x is what? P minus Q value is what? 10x. So 10x value is equal to how much? 40. Can I equate to 40? Then x value is equal to what? 4. Now we need to find out how much did Q score. Q is, what is the value of Q? 90x. Q value is equal to what? 90x. 90x means that 90 into x value is what? 4. 90 into 4 is 360. A very simple problem. Only thing is, in percentages, only one point you remember. If the complete problem is given in terms of percentages value only, you can directly take the reference value or the reference value or the maximum number, whatever you can call. So the reference value is 100 in percentages. So suppose in the percentages problem, apart from the percentage, if you also have the numerical values, then you take 100x. The reference value is 100x. You got it? So here I am comparing the Q value with P. So that's why I take that P value is 100x. If I take that P value is 100x, then Q value is equal to what? For 10% is less. 10% is less means that 100x minus x is what? 10 is what? 90x. Here it is given that P scored 40 marks more than Q. Okay. So which is nothing but what? P minus Q value. P minus Q value is 40. So 100x minus 90x is what? 10x. 10x is equal to 40. Then Q value is how much? Q is equal to what? Represented by 90x. 90 into 4 is what? 360. Okay? Clear? A student appeared in 6 papers. The maximum marks are the same for each paper. His marks in these papers are in the proportion of 5:6:7:8:9:10. Overall, he scored 60% in how many members of papers did he score less than 60% of the maximum marks? It is useful for the group 1, but for group 1 mostly the questions will come from the reasoning. Mostly, okay, 90% is. So all the questions come from reasoning for the group 1. Especially this session about the CSAT oriented. Of course, it is also useful for the group 1 students, those who are, but mostly focus on the CSAT. So probably for the group 1, you concentrate more on the reasoning. The student appeared in 6 papers. The maximum marks are the same for each paper. His marks in these papers are in proportion of 5:6:7:8:9:10. So the maximum marks are the same for each paper. Again, the complete problem is what? In terms of percentage only, right? No numerical value is given. Of course, it is a ratio. If it is a ratio, no problem. So you can directly take the reference value is 100. Only if the numerical values are there, like 10, 20, 30, only if there are numerical values, then there is a problem. That's why we take that 100x. But nowhere we can see the numerical value. You take the maximum value is what? 100. So how many papers are there? 6 papers are there. A student wrote 6 papers, appeared for the 6 papers, and also it is given that the maximum marks are the same for each paper. So let's say that the maximum mark of each paper is 100 marks. 6 papers he wrote, and the maximum marks of each paper is same. For all the 6 papers, the maximum marks are same. Let's say that the maximum marks of each paper is 100. Each paper maximum marks is 100. Overall, he scored 60%. So how many papers are there? Maximum marks are 100. So how many papers are there? 6 papers. So which means that what is the total maximum marks of all the 6 papers? 600 is the maximum marks of all the 6 papers. Overall, how much score he scored? 60%. So 60% of 600. So 360. So 360. 10% is 60. 60% means that 60 into 6 is 360. 360 is the score which he scored. So 360 is the marks which he scored, right? So these 360 marks are divided into in the ratio of what? 5:6:7:8:9:10. Okay, the maximum marks are 600 for all the 6 papers. The maximum marks are 600 because I took for every paper 100 marks is the maximum marks. Likewise, how many papers were there? 6 papers. Then what is the total maximum marks of all the 6 papers? 600. Out of these 600 marks, overall he scored how much percentage, Amma? 60%. So 60% of 600 means that how much? 360. That person got 360 marks in all the 6 papers. And also, what are the individual marks ratio in the 6 papers? That is 5:6:7:8:9:10. Okay. So 360 marks are divided into this ratio. Then how do we calculate? First of all, we add all the marks, like first paper, second paper, third paper. So we add all the 6 papers. Parts wise we see that first. So what is the total value? 10 plus 9, 19, or 19, 25, 32, 38, sorry, 19, 18, 26, 45. 45 parts. So 45 parts is equal to what? 360. Then each part we first find out 9 5s are 45, 9 45, 9 40s are 5 1s are 5 8s. One part is equal to how much? 8. 6 papers ratio is what? 5:6:7:8:9:10. If you write all the marks of each paper, first paper is what? 5 parts. First paper marks are 5 parts. Each part is how much? 8. So 5 into 8 is what? 40. Second paper 6 parts, right? 6 into 8, 48. Third paper is 7 parts. Third paper marks are 7 parts. 7 into 8 is what? 56. Fourth paper 8 parts. 8 into 8 is 64. 9 into 8 is 72. Last paper 10 into 8 is 80. So these are the marks obtained by that person. And all the 6 papers, the marks obtained by that person is what? 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. Now the question is, for how many members of papers? It is nothing but for how many papers he scored less than 60% of the maximum marks. Maximum marks means that 100 only we are taking for every paper. So for how many papers he scored less than 60%? Since we are taking the reference value is 100, so it can be directly noted that for how many papers he got less than 60 marks. These are the marks obtained by him. So for how many marks, how many papers he got less than 60? Less than 60 means that 40, 48, 56. For how many papers he got? 3 papers. So answer is what? For 3 papers. Okay, ma'am. So answer is for 3 papers. Right? So next one. Election related problems. Percentages again. 2 candidates were there. 2 candidates X and Y contested in an election. 80% of the voters cast their vote and there were no invalid votes. There was no nota also. X got 56% of the votes cast and won by 1440 votes. What is the total number of votes in the voters list? What we need to find out finally is total number of voters in the final list. Okay, ma'am. First if you look at the problem, we have the percentages. The problem is given in terms of percentages. Apart from the percentage, we also have the numerical value. If the complete problem is only in percentages, then we can directly take that 100 is the reference value. If there is any numerical value, then we take the reference value is what? 100x. What is this 100x? Total number of voters, right? There are total 100 voters, the number of voters, that is what we need to find out. The total number of voters in the voters list is, let's say that 100x. Suppose there are 100x voters in the voters list. 2 candidates were contested, that is X and Y. Now next statement is 80% of the voters cast their votes. How many people were casted their vote? 80%. So casted votes. 80x. It is given that there are no invalid votes. Out of this 80x, there were no invalid votes and there is also no such option called nota. So which means that obviously this 80x votes only counted for both X and Y. How many candidates are there? Candidate X and candidate Y. This is candidate X and candidate Y. There are 2 candidates who contest the election, candidate X and candidate Y. Total voters in the voters list is what? 100x. But the number of people who casted their vote is what? 80x. Of course, there were no invalid votes, no nota, and there were only 2 people contest, that is candidate X and candidate Y. And how many votes the X candidate got? If you look at this one, X got 56% of the votes cast. Okay, 56% of votes cast. What is that votes cast? It is X. So candidate X got what is the number of votes he got? 56% of 80x. If candidate X got 56%, then what is the number of votes got by candidate Y? 44, isn't it? So 44, because total only there are only 2 candidates X and Y. Suppose let's say that if there are 100 votes, X candidate got 56 votes, means that obviously Y candidate got how much? 44. 44% of how much? 80x. Because the casted votes are 80x only, out of them only 56% is candidate X, the rest of the value is what? 44% is candidate Y of 80x. This is for candidate X and this is for candidate Y. Next, if you look at this one, candidate X won by how many votes? 1440 votes. So which is nothing but what? Suppose let's say that X got some 400 votes, Y got some, suppose if I say that X won by 30 votes, which means that what is the number of votes got by Y? 400 minus 30. Okay, the difference between these two is nothing but the vote majority. And if X won by 1440, which means that what? X votes minus Y votes is equal to 1440, right? Is it clear? So I can say that 56% of 80x minus 44% of ATX is equal to 1440. The base value is same, right? ATX and ATX. So you can simply subtract these two values. 56 minus 44 is what? 12%. 12% of ATX is equal to what? 1440. Okay, 12% means that what? 12 divided by 100. Percentage means that what? Divided by 100 into ATX. ATX is equal to what? 1440. You can simplify it. By the way, what we need to find out finally? 100x value. Total number of voters in the voters list is 100x. So 12 ones are 12 12s are. Okay, directly you can cancel. 12 12s are 144, 120, and 0 0 cancel. 8x is equal to this 1200 when you take it to the other side, 1200. 18 ones are 18 5s. X value is equal to what? 150. We want the total number of voters. Total number of voters means that what? 100x. 150 into 100 is what? 15,000. 15,000. The total value is 15,000. See, first we take that reference value is 100x. The reference value is 100x. The total number of voters is 100x. We take the total number of voters is 100x. How many of them casted their vote? Out of these 100 people, 100x people, only 80% of the people casted their votes, which means that what is the value? 80x. Okay. So candidate X got how much percentage of vote? 56% of the vote polled. Then obviously candidate Y got 44%. Rest of the value means that 44% of the votes polled. Okay. So 56% of 80x is the votes, number of votes scored by the candidate X, and how many votes candidate Y got? 44% of 80x. X won by 1440 votes. So these values wise, if you take that, suppose let's say that X value is some 400, Y value is 320. X won by how many votes? 80 votes. What we did? 400 minus 320. Then we can say that X got 80% of majority. So it is nothing but what? The difference of these two values. X won by difference of these two values. So 56% of 80x minus 44% of 80x, which is equal to, numerically it is equal to how much? 1440. Okay. So 56% of 80x minus 44% of 80x. Here this base value is same, so we can directly subtract these two values. 56 minus 44 is what? 12x. So 12x, 12% of 80x value is equal to what? 1440. 12% can be written as what? 12 divided by 100 into 80x. From this I find out the x value. X value is what? 150. We need to find out the total voters. Total voters value is what? 100x. 100x means that 100 into 150, which is nothing but what? 15,000. It's 15,000 number. Okay. Yes. So in this way we take the percentages problem. So percentages, when you take the percentage values, profit and loss also similar way. When you take the percentages or profit or loss, the reference value is what? 100. We take the reference value is 100. Okay, Emma? Yes. Next topic is related to the permutations and combinations. Next one is permutations and combinations. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there in the number system if all the 4 digits are different? Permutations and combinations. Definitely we will get this type of questions in your CSAT exam. Okay. Permutations and combination, minimum we have 5 questions, minimum 5 to 10. The range is from 5 to 10. This type of questions are very, very important. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there? How many 3-digit numbers, natural numbers are there? Likewise, it is given. So how do we solve this type of questions? So here we need to find out how many 4-digit natural numbers are there. We want to find out the 4-digit natural numbers. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there in the number system if all the 4 digits are different? Okay, which means that, so when we are arranging the problem, when we are doing the problems of the permutations and combination, we should always start from the left to right. We need to arrange from left to right. Okay. How many digits we have? 0 to 9. Any number can be formed by using the digits 0 to 9, right? When we are arranging the numbers, we should always go from the left side to right side part. Okay. When it comes to the first part, first of all, I take it different. Distinct means that different. Suppose if I give you the question directly like this. First you take the problem in this way. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there in the number system? This condition will take it light. First if I take the condition like this. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there in the number system? Okay. So by using this concept, permutations and combination, we will do this problem. We should always start from the left side to right side. At this place, I can use any digit 0 to 9. But when you take the numbers from the left side to right side, no number starts from 0, right? Okay. You should always remember that no number starts with 0. So the left side part should be taken always from 1 to 9 only. The digits which we use at the left end is always from 1 to 9 only. So how many possibilities are there for the leftmost digit? For this, how many possibilities are there? 1 to 9. So which means that how many possibilities are there? 9. Condition is not there. So this condition will take it later. The first one is how many 4-digit natural numbers are there. We start from left to right. So first we take the 4-digit numbers. We always start from left to right. Here I take any digit from 1 to 9. Next, coming to this digit. Now how many digits we can use? 0 to 9, any number. Only the problem is when we start the numbers from the leftmost. No number starts with 0. So that's why I take any number from 1 to 9, any digit from 1 to 9 for this position. When I take the next position, I can use any digit from 0 to 9, right? How many possibilities are there? 10 possibilities. No condition is there, which means that you can use the same number any number of times. Again, when you take the next digit, 0 to 9 again, I use any number, any digit, that is 10. 0 to 9 means that again 10. So later you need to multiply all the numbers. So 10 into 10 is 100, 100 into 10 is 1000, 1000 into 9 is what? 9000. Which means that how many 4-digit numbers are there? 9000. There the condition is the digit can be repeated, same digit can be repeated any number of times. Then you will get the answer is what? 9000. Okay, is it clear, Amma? When you repeat the digit sum, the next condition, if you look at the next condition, now you take this condition. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there in the number system if all the 4 digits are distinct? Distinct means that different. How many 4-digit natural numbers are there where all the digits are different? Okay. Again, we need to start from the left side. How many digits can be formed? How many digits I can use here? 9. How many possibilities are there? 1 to 9 means that there are 9 possibilities. Right. Next one, I need to use any digit from the 0 condition is only for this one number, and from the next digit onwards you can take any digit from 0 to 9. Okay. So 0 to 10 means that how many digits we have? 10 digits. Out of 10 digits, already I use one of the digits, right? At this place, already I use one digit. So out of 10, I need to subtract 1 because out of 0 to 9 I can use any number. How many digits we have? 10 digits. Out of these 10 digits, already I use one of the digits, which means that how many remaining digits we have? 9. So at this place I have 9 possibilities. Right? Again, coming to this, 0 to 9 means that there are 10 possibilities. Out of 10, already I use 2 digits, right? It can be any digit. Here clearly it is mentioned that all the digits must be different. When I use already 2 digits out of 0 to 9, how many possibilities I have left with? Only 8 possibilities. Okay, ma'am. Again, suppose if you take this one, 0 to 9, I have 10 possibilities. Out of 10 possibilities, out of 10 digits, already I used how many digits, ma'am? 3 different digits. How many rest of the digits we can form? 7. So the total number of numbers is What is the answer? 9 into 9 into 8 into 7. What is the answer then? 81 into 56. 4536. So the answer is 4536. Okay, ma'am. Let me give you one more example. Same thing, suppose if you do it for 5 digits. If I ask you the question, how many 5 digits? Same, again different, same condition you take that. Now my question is, how many 5 digit natural numbers are there in the number system if all the 5 digits are different? If all the 5 digits are different. Okay. So now we need to find out the 5 digit natural numbers. How many 5 digit natural numbers are there? You should always start from the left side part. Suppose if the condition is not given, then we know that here 9 and the rest of the values are 10, 10, 10, we directly take that. Here the condition is 5 digits are different. We always start from the left side part. How many possibilities are there at this place? 1 to 9, because I can't take 0 here. No number starts with 0. How many possibilities are there here? 9 possibilities. Coming to this, actually I can take 0 also, any digit from 0 to 9. How many possibilities are there? 10 possibilities are there. Out of 10 possibilities, already I use one of the digits, which means that how many remaining digits we have? 9. How many possibilities I have here? 9. Again, if you take this one, I can use any digit from 0 to 9, which means that 10 digits. Out of 10, how many digits already I use? 2. 10 minus 2 means that how many possibilities I have? 8 possibilities. Similarly, 0 to 9 means that how many? 10 possibilities. Out of 10 possibility, 1, 2, 3. 3 digits are already used. It can be any digit, but we already used. How many rest of the possibilities are there? 7. Again, out of 10, 5 digits or 4 digits are already used. 4 different digits are already used. 6. So answer is what? 9 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 is the answer. Answer can be anything, but this is the solution. Okay, 27.
27216.
Yes, 27216 is the answer. Okay, got it? Next one. When condition is given, first you can go for the condition. Next problem. How many 4 digit natural numbers are there in the number system whose all digits are even and distinct? So here we need to find out the 4 digit numbers. What is the condition? All digits are even. Whatever the digits we are using here, that must be the numbers formed for these 4 digit numbers are what? Formed with only even digit. Even digits means that what? 0, 4, 6, 8. Okay. The 4 digit numbers can be formed by only using these digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, when you do a problem, you should always start from the left to right. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. How many possibilities are there? Out of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 possibilities only, because as you know that we should never take 0 in the starting position. So how many possibilities are there? 2, 4, 6, 8 means that 4 possibilities. Coming to this, here he had given the different numbers. All the numbers are different, which different means that, which means that if you use one digit already, you should not use the same digit again. Out of these 5 digits, I use already 1 digit. Out of 5, already I used 1 digit. So which means that how many digits we have left with? 4. 4. Next, coming to this, out of 5, already I use 2 digits, right? So which means that how many possibilities are there? 3. 5 minus 2 means that 3 possibilities. Coming to the last one, 5 digits are there for me. Out of these 5 digits, I already used 3 digits, which means that what is the remaining number of digits I can use? 2. Then what is the final answer? 4 into 4 into 3 into 4 into 4 is 16, 16 3 is 48, 48 into 2 is what? 96. What if the condition is not given? The condition is not given, which means that if you can repeat, repetition is allowed, you can repeat the digits, means that what? 4 into 5 into 5 into 5. This is the answer. Okay. So answer for this question is 96. Clear, Amma? Right, next problem. how many 4-digit natural number can be formed by using 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So by using these digits only the 4-digit numbers can be formed. 4-digit numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 4-digit numbers can be formed? Now we are using how many digits? 7 digit. See, in the problem the repetition allowed or repetition not allowed is not given. Like which means that distinct, if the condition is not given, then you should always take the repetition is allowed, which means that you can repeat the digits. If the condition is not given, here the condition is not given, right? Whether the digits are different, in the earlier cases the condition is given, distinct like that. If the condition is not given, which means that you can use the same digit any number of times. Now these 4-digit numbers are formed with what? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay? Tell me how many we have at this place? 7. Any digit we can use. 7 possibilities. Here again 7 possibilities, because there is no condition. Repetition not allowed or allowed is not given. So which means that if the condition is not given, you can use the same digit any number of times. 7, 7. 7 into 7 into 7 into 7, 49, 49 square, 49 into 49, 49 square. So this is 2401. So if you multiply 7 into 7 into 7 into 7, we will get 2401. Okay. For the same problem, all are distinct. If the condition is given, okay, if the condition is given like all digits are different, then here 7, 0 is not there, that's why we can take any digit from these numbers. 7, next one is what? Out of 7 already I used one digit, 6. Next one is what? 5. Next one is 4. 5 4 is 20, 26 is 120, 120 into 7 is what? 840. Okay. But remember, if the condition is not given, we can take that repetition is allowed, which means that you can use any number of digit, any number of times. Okay, am I clear? Next one. If conditions are given, first you take the condition. You should always take the condition first. I forget my 5-digit password, but I remember the middle digit which is a prime number and the password is an even number. Then find the total number of trials that I need to get the correct password. When condition is given, you first take the condition. You first fill the condition. Class 110 or 150 number. We'll end it by 110 or 115. Another session, I don't know. I'll ask if there is any possibility to take. It's a 5-digit password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a password. Okay. I forgot my 5-digit password. The 5-digit password is like this. But I remember what is the things I remember. What are the things I remember? I remember the middle digit which is a prime number. Which is a prime number. Condition is given, right? The condition is given for the middle digit. Middle digit means that what? This one. So I need to start my problem from the condition. When in the problem the conditions are given, I need to start my problem with the condition. What is my condition? The middle digit. The middle digit should be a prime number. What are the single digit prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, right? 2, 3, 5, 7. 2, 3, 5, 7 means that how many possibilities are there? 4. And the password is an even number, and also it is given that what? Even number. Even number means that what? Any number which ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are called Any number which ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are called even numbers. Okay. So how many possibilities are there? 5 possibilities are there. Is it clear till now? Okay. Next, I need to start from the left side. Once the condition is over, again we come back to the same procedure. I need to start from the starting point. Right. How many possibilities are there? So here the question, repetition allowed or not allowed? There is no question at all, because when the condition is not given, like distinct or not, so then we can always take that what? Repetition allowed, which means that you can repeat the same digits. Now you tell me that which digits I can use, how many digits I can use? 0 to 9 or 1 to 9? Yeah, generally, yes, we need to take 1 to 9. If it is a number, we need to take that 1 to 9 only. 9 means that 9. But here we are talking about the password. Passwords are different, because for password we can also have the 0. ATM password 034 like that. It's not my ATM password. Okay. So password, for passwords we can take. When you take the passwords, you can start the password with 0. Not for the normal numbers. Normal ga numbers చేసేటప్పుడు అయితే 0 తో స్టార్ట్ చేయకూడదు. But if the problem is for the password, yes, we can start with 0. So 0 to 9 means that how many possibilities are there? 10 possibilities. Next, 0 to 9, again I can use any digit from 0 to 9. 0 to 9, 10 possibilities, right? 10 into 10 into 4 into 5. 10 into 10 into 4 into 10 into 5 means that what? What is the answer? 20,000 is the answer. The right answer is 20,000 number. Is it clear? Repetition is allowed for the password sum. Password means that repeat the digits. Repetition is allowed. అంటే రిపీట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు పాస్వర్డ్లో. అలాగే 0 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కూడా. లాస్ట్ డిజిట్ 5 బికాస్ మనకు పాస్వర్డ్లో కండిషన్ ఇచ్చాడు. వాట్ ఐ రిమెంబర్ ఈజ్ మిడిల్ డిజిట్ నాకు తెలుసు. మిడిల్ డిజిట్ అనేది ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్స్ అన్నాడు. సో ఐ టేక్ the digits from 2, 3, 5, 7. ఎన్ని పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి? 4 పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇట్ ఈస్ గివెన్ దట్ ద పాస్వర్డ్ ఈజ్ అన్ ఈవెన్ నెంబర్. ఈవెన్ నెంబర్ అనేసి అంటే ఏంటి? మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఈవెన్ నెంబర్ అంటే ఏదైనా నెంబర్ని ఈవెన్ నెంబర్ అనేసి ఎప్పుడు అంటాం? ఎనీ నెంబర్ ఇఫ్ ఎండ్స్ విత్ 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. ఇక్కడ ఈ నెంబర్ షూర్గా పాస్వర్డ్ అనేది 0, 2, 4, 6, 8తో ఎండ్ అవ్వాలన్నమాట. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 అంటే ఎన్ని పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి? 5 పాసిబిలిటీస్. ఓకే, 5 పాసిబిలిటీస్. ఎందుకంటే బికాజ్ ఇట్ వాజ్ మెన్షన్ ఇన్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ ద పాస్వర్డ్ ఈజ్ అన్ ఈవెన్ నెంబర్. This one is an interesting one. 23 or 22 lo adigin question. How many 5-digit prime numbers can be obtained by using all the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without repetition of the digits? Suppose first you tell me the answer for this one. How many 5-digit? Let's forget about this prime. So I'll take this condition later. First you tell me the answer for this one. How many 5-digit numbers can be obtained by using all the digits 1, 2, 3, 5 without repetition of the digits? If the question is given in this way, if the condition is not given like this, I simply need the numbers, 5-digit numbers. 5-digit numbers by using all the digits what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to start from the left side part. How many possibilities are there? 5 possibilities. Without repetition of the digit. So which means that you should not repeat the same digit. Out of 5 numbers, already I used 1 number here. So how many possibilities are there? 4. And similarly 2 number means that 3, 2, 1. This you all know that 5 into 4 into, likewise we will get 120. Right, now we take this condition. Actually I want that prime numbers. How many prime numbers are there? How many prime numbers are there? By how many 5-digit prime numbers are there? Okay, prime number means that what? Prime number means that any number which have only 2 factors, or any number which is perfectly divisible by only 1 and the number itself. So if you take 2, 2 is a prime number because it is divisible by 2 and the number itself, or 1 itself. Okay, if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by rearranging all these digits like without repetition of the digits. If you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so all these numbers 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 5 numbers, 5-digit numbers can be formed by using these digits. But these numbers must be what? prime numbers. We need to take the prime numbers. Here the logic is, how do we check all these numbers? 5-digit numbers means that there can be any lot of 5-digit numbers by using these digits. Okay, how do we check for all these numbers? Prime number means that obviously I have to check with 1 and the number itself, apart from the, is there any other factor or there or not. So we have to check. For every problem, for every number we can't check. But if you look at it logically, last digit 5 ante, you can also take it like this, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It can be possible, right? So this is also number formed by using 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last digit is not 5. Divisibility rule of 3. Yeah. What is the divisibility rule of 3? Yes. Sum of the digits. If the digit sum, or when you take any number, suppose 4, 3, 2, is it divisible by 3 or not? 4, 3, 2. We don't need to completely divide with 3. So we take the digit sum. If the sum of the digits in the given number is divisible by 3, then the complete number is divisible by 3. That we know. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the digits we are taking. The numbers formed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take 1, 2, 3. Mute lo pettandi amma. What is? ఒకసారి పిల్లమ్మా. ఎవరమ్మా మ్యూట్లో కొంచెం పెట్టండి. సరే, ఓకే. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we need to form the different numbers. Like, see, in any way we can form like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is one number. I randomly take some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. If I take the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, any number by using these 5 digits. Let's take that randomly. I take some numbers. Okay, these numbers can be formed. What is the sum of these digits? Sum of the digits of these numbers? 15. In whichever way you take the numbers, ఈ numbers అన్నింటికి వీటిని యూజ్ చేసుకొని మనం డిజిట్స్ని ఎలా మనం పొజిషన్స్ చేంజ్ చేసినా సరే, ఫైనల్గా డిజిట్ సమ్ వచ్చేసరికి మనకి ఏమవుతుంది? 15. 15 means that it is obviously divisible by 3. Okay, so if it is divisible by 3 apart from the 1 and the number itself, then obviously it is not a prime number, right? So there is no possibility of getting prime numbers by using these digits, because the digit sum of these numbers, the digit sum for these numbers is what? Always 15. 15 means that it should be divisible by 3. So if it is divisible by 3, then there is no chance of getting prime numbers, right? Yes. So answer is 0. So answer is 0. Next one. In permutations and combinations, first is arranging by using the digits or the numbers, arranging the numbers. Second one is arranging the letters. Remember one point, in permutations, only for the digits we have the repetition allowed or not allowed. అంటే మనం numbers చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మాత్రం, ఈ విధంగా numbers చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే there is a case of repetition allowed and repetition not allowed. But rest of the things, when you arrange anything apart from the numbers, when you arrange the people or when you arrange the things or when you arrange the letters of the words, there is nothing like repetition allowed or not allowed. Once if you use one letter, it should not be repeated again. Repetition is not allowed. అంటే ఇప్పుడు హిస్టరీ అనే వర్డ్ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, వన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ యూజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద లెటర్స్, యూ షుడ్ నాట్ యూజ్ ద సేమ్ లెటర్ అగైన్. రెప్యుటేషన్ అలౌడ్ కానీ నాట్ అలౌడ్ కానీ ఏ కేసులో వస్తుందంటే నెంబర్స్కి మాత్రమే వస్తుందమ్మా. ఇంకేమి ఇచ్చినా సరే, వెన్ యూ అరేంజ్ ద పీపుల్ ఆర్ వెన్ యూ అరేంజ్ ఎనీథింగ్ అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద నెంబర్స్, దెర్ ఈస్ నో కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ రెప్యుటేషన్ అలౌడ్ ఆర్ నాట్ అలౌడ్. దెర్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ repetition not allowed, which means that you should not use the same letters again. Now coming to this, how many 4-letter words can be formed by using the letters of the word, by using all the letters of the word history? Okay, first one number 36, first one. How many 4-letter words can be formed? See, here we have the letters H, I, S, T, O, R, Y. Okay, we have these letters. By using any 4 letters, from the given letters, how many letters can be formed? So we need to arrange how many letters? Word? 4-letter words. Same procedure we follow. How many total letters we have? 7 letters. At this position again, now we can start from left to right or right to left, no problem. At this position, how many possibilities I have? I can use any 1 letter out of these 7 letters. Okay? 7 letters ఉన్నాయి కదమ్మా హిస్టరీ అనే వర్డ్లో హౌ మెనీ లెటర్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ 7 లెటర్స్ ఈ 7 లెటర్స్ నుంచి ఏ లెటర్నైనా సరే ఈ ప్లేస్లో యూజ్ చేయొచ్చా లేదా ఎస్ నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ టు దిస్ మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను లెటర్స్కి వచ్చేసరికి ఒక నెంబర్స్లో అయితేనే రెప్యుటేషన్ అలౌడ్ ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడైతే అలా ఉండదు వన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ యూజ్ 1 లెటర్ యూ షుడ్ నాట్ యూజ్ ద సేమ్ లెటర్ అగైన్ out of 7 letters already we use 1 letter, so which means how many remaining possibilities we have? 6. Now coming to the next one, out of 7 we already use 2, so which means that the remaining is what? 5. So we already use 3, so 4 is the remaining one. Out of 7 letters already used 3, so 4. Now the answer is 5 into 4 20, 120, 120 into 7 is what? 840. So the first one answer is what? 840. How many 4-letter words can be formed by using all the letters of the word history means that 840. Okay, second one. Again, how many 4-letter words can be formed? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 4-letter words can be formed by using only consonants of the word history? Okay, now the 4-letter words which can be formed from this word history can be used. So which letters we need to use? Only consonants. What are the consonant letters from this? H, H, S, T, R, Y. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏవైతే 4-letter వర్డ్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి అన్నాడో వాడికి కండిషన్ ఇచ్చాడు ఏంటి ఆ కండిషన్ లెటర్స్ మనం ఏవైతే యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామో అవన్నీ కూడా కాన్సోనెంట్ లెటర్స్ మాత్రమే అవ్వాలి వాట్ ఆర్ ద కాన్సోనెంట్ లెటర్స్ HST R Y. అగైన్ యూ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ హౌ మెనీ పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఆర్ దేర్ 5 పాసిబిలిటీస్. Next, 1 letter is already used, so we have left with 4. Next, 2 letters are used, 3, 2, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. So how many possibilities are there? 120. Okay, Amma? All the questions we were doing are previous year questions, Amma. Next problem. And tell me the right answer. 2022 question. How many different 5-letter words can be constructed by using all the letters of the word Delhi so that each word has to start with D. This is start with D and end with I. Condition is end with I. ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం లేదు సేమ్ ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది బట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా ఈ విధంగా అడిగాడు అనమాట ఏదైనా ఆన్సర్ ఒకటే డీతో ఈతో ఎండ్ అయినా ఐతో ఎండ్ అయినా ఒకటే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది నో ప్రాబ్లం హియర్ ద క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఈజ్ హౌ మెనీ డిఫరెంట్ 5-letter words can be formed by using all the letters of the word Delhi so that each word has to start with D and end with I. So here it has to be started with D and with I. Condition is given. When condition is given, first we need to take the condition. Here we need to form the 5-letter words. So 5-letter word, we arrange like this, 5-letter word. But what is the condition? It has to start with D. It has to start with D and end with I. So first letter should be D and the last letter should be I. So D is arranged, I is arranged. The rest of the letters are what? E, L, H. At this place, we have 3 possibilities from E, L, H. Now 2 possibilities. 1 possibilities. So answer is what? 3 into 2 into 1 means that 6. So answer is 6. Numbers, only for the numbers we have the repetition allowed or not allowed. For the rest of the things we can directly take. Now you read the problem. For a sports meet, winner's stand comprising 3 wooden blocks is in the following form. This is a form. It is given in this way. If you don't look at properly, you can see it. The diagram is given like this. Okay, this is a winner's stand comprising 3 wooden blocks. This is block 1, wooden block 1, wooden block 2, wooden block 3. There are 6 different colors available to choose from, and each of 3 wooden blocks is to be painted. Choose from. There are 6 different colors available to choose from. అంటే 6 different. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏంటంటే విన్నర్ స్టాండ్ ఇది 3 వుడెన్ బ్లాక్స్ ఉంది, బ్లాక్ 1, బ్లాక్ 2, బ్లాక్ 3. అక్కడ మనకి టోటల్గా ఎన్ని కలర్స్ ఉన్నాయంటే 6 కలర్స్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా. 6 కలర్స్తో అండ్ ఈచ్ ఆఫ్ 3 వుడెన్ బ్లాక్స్ ఈస్ టు బి పెయింటెడ్. సో ఈ మూడింటిని కూడా మనకి ఏం చేయాలని చెప్పాడు, పెయింట్ చేయాలని చెప్పాడు. సచ్ దట్ నో 2 ఆఫ్ దెమ్ హ్యాస్ ద సేమ్ కలర్. అంటే ఒకదానికి ఏదైతే కలర్ వేశారో సేమ్ కలర్ మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయకూడదనే కదా. నో 2 ఆఫ్ దెమ్ హ్యాస్ ద సేమ్ కలర్, విచ్ మీన్స్ దట్ వాట్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ colored this particular wooden block with red, suppose, so you should not repeat the same color, right? Now in how many different ways can the winner stand be painted? So this is the winner stand. There are 3 wooden blocks. We need to paint the 3 wooden blocks. How many total colors are available? 6 colors. And here it is clearly mentioned that we should not repeat the same color. We should not paint with the same color. So tell me at this, so if you do it like that, how many total possibilities are there? Right? In how many different ways that you can yes, paint it? 6 ways amma. At this place దీనికి ఎన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి? 6 కలర్స్ నా దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి. ఈ 6 కలర్స్లో ఏ కలర్తోనైనా పెయింట్ చేయొచ్చు కదా. 6 పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి. కమింగ్ టు దిస్, as the condition is given, we should not repeat the same color. Out of 6 colors I already painted this with 1 color. The rest of the colors are 5. Coming to this, 4. So answer is what? The total number of ways is what? 120 colors.
Sir, is this model important for the exam?
No, every model is important. You should not leave anything like in number systems and permutations and combination. Actually, I can tell you one thing. If you are very strong at these 2 topics, almost all 50 to 60 marks are covered there only. But you have to attempt each and every question correctly. Then almost all 50 to 60 problems are over. I mean 50 to 60 marks are done there only. Is it over, Emma?
Yes, sir.
Next one. So this is about the permutations. Whatever we have done till now is permutations related to, and the next one is related to the selections. Selections means that, suppose let's say that there are 5 people, A, B, C, D. If I want to select any 2 of them out of these 5 people, how can we select them? See, out of these 5 people, I can select any 2 people. In how many total ways that I can select them? 5C2. So suppose if I write all the possibilities, I can select A, B, or I can select A, C, or I can D. What I want is, I want all the possible selections. Okay. So when we write AC, AD, AE, and next BC, BD, I can select any 2 of them, CD, CE, and DE. How many possibilities we have? Total, if you count, that's 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 4 plus 3, 7, 9 plus 1. What is the total number of possibilities? 10 possibilities. Suppose from these 5 people, if I want to select any 2 people, the total number of selection can be made is what? 10. So this can be done by using the concept called selection. Selection means that out of 5 people, how many people I am selecting? 2 people. Okay. So it can be denoted as 5C2. Out of 5 people, I am selecting 2 people. It can be done in what? 5C2 ways. So what is the mathematical representation of 5C2? 5C2 means that first, starting from this number, you take the numbers in the consecutive decreasing order. 5 before number is what? 4. Likewise, how many times I need to write? Here you have the number 2, right? 2 times. Next, we take the factorial number in the denominator. 2 factorial means that 2 into 1. 2 2 is 5 into 2 is what? 10. Same answer will get, right? Suppose if when I say that 63. How do we write 63? So first you take this number 6 into, now I write the numbers in the consecutive decreasing order. 5, 4. Simply you need to take the 1, minus 1. You have to take minus 1. 4. How many numbers I need to write? Whatever the number it is there. ఇక్కడ నెంబర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అన్ని సార్లు మనం రాయాలన్నమాట. 3 is the number here, so we need to write it in 3 terms. Right, next, this value is nothing but 3 factorial. 3 factorial means that what? 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, coming to this problem. Tell me the answer for this one. Whenever you are going to take the selections, it is represented by C. Here, okay, 20. A selection is to be made for one post of principal, one post of principal and 2 vice principal posts. Among how many candidates? Among the 6 candidates called for the interview, only 2 are eligible for the principal post. How many eligible people for the eligible post, principal post? 2 people. 2 are eligible for the post of principal, while they all are eligible for the vice principal. They all means that what? All the 6 candidates. First of all, you see that there is 1 principal post and 2 vice principal post. The eligible candidates for the principal post is 2 members. All the candidates who attended for the interview are eligible for the vice principal post, which means that all the 6 possibilities. So what is my selection? In which way I need to select? Obviously, to select the principal, from how many people I need to select? 2 people. So not 6 people. Only eligible for the principal post eligible entamandi? 2 members. So from 2 members only I need to select. Selection jastunanu. I am selecting. Selecting means that it is a C. It is a word C. From 2 people, how many people I need to select? 1 people. Into. So this is the selection for the principal post. Next, when it comes to the vice principal post, ఇప్పుడు ఎంతమంది ఎలిజిబుల్? 6 people. ఆ 6 people ఎంతమందిని మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి? 2. అయితే మీరు చూడండి, ఈ 6 members ఇంటర్వ్యూకి అటెండ్ అయ్యారు. ఇంటర్వ్యూకి అటెండ్ అయిన తర్వాత ప్రిన్సిపల్ని ఆల్రెడీ సెలెక్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ప్రిన్సిపల్ని ఆల్రెడీ సెలెక్ట్ చేశారు కదా, ఈ 2 members-లో నుంచి ఒక మెంబర్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేశారు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎంతమంది మిగిలిపోయారు? 5 members. సో ద వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ పోస్ట్ కెన్ బి సెలెక్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద రిమైనింగ్ 5 people, రైట్? సో వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్కి మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? 5 into C, 5C ఎంతమంది సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి? 2. సో 2C1 into 5C2. 2C1 means that 2, 5C2 means that what? 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 1. 2 2s. So 2 5s are 10, 10 2s are 20. The total number of ways is what? 20 ways. It's 20 amma. Right, next problem. This is very very important. How many rectangles are there? Number of rectangles. Number of rectangles and parallelograms. It was asked multiple times in CSAT exam. Number of rectangles or parallelograms. Parallelograms అడిగినా సరే సేమ్ ఫార్ములా అప్లై చేస్తాం. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రెక్టాంగిల్స్ ఆర్ ప్యారలోగ్రామ్స్. ఫైండింగ్ అవుట్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రెక్టాంగిల్స్ ఆర్ ప్యారలోగ్రామ్స్ ఈజ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హారిజాంటల్ లైన్ C2 ఇంటూ హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ నుంచి 2 సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తామమ్మా. వెర్టికల్ లైన్స్ ఎన్ని అయితే ఉన్నాయో వాటి నుంచి 2 సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తాం. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ C2 ఇంటూ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వెర్టికల్ లైన్స్ C2. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ C2 ఇంటూ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వెర్టికల్ లైన్స్ C2. అంటే మనం హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ ఎన్నైతే ఇచ్చాడో హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ నుంచి C2 చేస్తాం. వెర్టికల్ లైన్స్ ఎన్నైతే ఇచ్చాడో వెర్టికల్ లైన్స్ C2 చేస్తాం. హౌ మెనీ హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్? సో యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ 1 2 3 4 హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్. హారిజాంటల్ లైన్స్ ఆర్ హౌ మెనీ? 1 2 3 4. So 4C2 into vertical lines. How many vertical lines we have? 1 2 3 4 5. 5C2. 4C2 into 5C2. 4C2 means that how do we represent? 4 into 3 divided by 2 into 1. 5C2 means that what? 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 1. So 2 2s are 2 into 3 is what? 6. 2 2s are 2 into 5 is what? 10. 10 into 6 is 60. ఇది మనకి ఏంటంటే పర్ముటేషన్స్ అండ్ కాంబినేషన్స్ యూజ్ చేసి మనం చేస్తాం అమ్మా. సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ వీ కెన్ ఆల్సో డన్ బై యూజింగ్ అనదర్ మెథడ్. దట్ ఈస్ ఇట్స్ అ వెరీ సింపుల్ వన్. వీ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ ఎనీథింగ్. ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఇట్ కెన్ బీ ఫర్ ద రెక్టాంగిల్స్ ఆర్ ప్యారలోగ్రామ్స్. రిమెంబర్, it can be used for the rectangles, to find out the rectangles or the parallelograms. First of all ఏం చేస్తాం అంటే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హారిజాంటల్ బాక్స్ తీసుకుంటాం. ఎన్ని బాక్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి? అనదర్ మెథడ్ అమ్మ. హౌ మెనీ we have? 1. So here I write that, sorry, హారిజాంటల్ బాక్స్ ఎన్ని బాక్సెస్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా? 4 బాక్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. Okay, horizontally how many boxes we have? 4 boxes. Now what we do is we add the numbers. Just simply add these numbers. What is the value we get? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 is what? 10. Horizontal boxes sum is equal to what? 10. And similarly you take the vertical boxes sum. Vertical boxes are how much? 1, 2, 3. 3 boxes kada? Now you take the sum of the vertical boxes. 1 plus 2 plus 3. What is that? 6. Now the final answer is 10 into 6. First you take the horizontal boxes sum. Any boxes unnayo, any horizontal box sum teeskondi. Take the horizontal box sum. And then similarly you take the vertical boxes sum. Finally you take the product of these two numbers. So 10 into 6. 10 into 6 means that what? 60. Got it? First you give the numbers. How many boxes we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontal boxes. Add then all numbers, horizontal boxes sum. And thus 10 vastundi. Similarly, how many vertical boxes we have? 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 and 10 vastundi 6. So this number into this number is the final answer. How many 3-digit natural numbers without repetition of the digits are they such that each digit is odd and the number is divisible by 5? Last year, 2023 question, this one. Next problem chudandi. How many 3-digit natural numbers are there? So we need to find out the 3-digit natural numbers. Are they such that each digit is odd number and the number is divisible by 5? Odd numbers means that what? Here the condition is given. First of all, we need to find out the total number of 3-digit numbers. 3-digit numbers and also without repetition of the digits. Without repetition of the digits. Digits should not be repeated. And what is the condition? Each digit is odd number. Odd number means that what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So the 3-digit numbers which are formed should be used by using the digits 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And also the number should be divisible by what? 5. Okay. First we take this condition because I already told you that when we have the conditions, first we had to take the conditions. What is the condition? First condition is divisible by 5. Okay. Divisible by 5 means that what is the divisibility rule of 5 amma? Last digit should be 0 or 5. So 0 possibility లేదు ఇక్కడ ఎందుకంటే the digits must be what? Odd. Okay. So all the digits, all the numbers which we are forming must be odd numbers by using the odd digits 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So obviously 5 తో divisible అవ్వాలంటే 0 కానీ 5 కానీ ఉండాలి, ఎండ్ అవ్వాలి. సో 0 తో అయ్యే పాసిబిలిటీ లేదు ఎందుకంటే 0 is an even number. So the only possibility is what? The number should be divisible by 5. Okay, I take the first condition. Okay, ma'am. Here the digits are what? Without repetition. Already I used digit 5 at the last digit. So already I used this one. Now the possibility is what? Already I used 5 means the possibility is what? Rest of the possibilities 5 means that. Sorry, I put. Here I write 5, the number already I use here. How many possibilities are there at this place? 4 possibilities because from 1, 3, 7, 9 only I can use. How many possibilities? 4 possibilities. Since the repetition is allowed, out of 5 numbers, already I used this digit and this digit, which means that how many possibilities are there? 3 possibilities there. Here already only one number is there. What is that number? 5. 5 is fixed. Only one possibilities. 5 is the only possible number at this place. How many total numbers we have in such way? 12 ways. So answer is what? 12. 4 into 3 into 1. 12 is the answer. What is the number of numbers in the form of 0.xy where x and y are different non-zero digits? ఒక నంబర్ ఇచ్చాడమ్మా, డెసిమల్ ఫామ్లో నెంబర్ ఇచ్చాడు 0.xy అనేసి ఇచ్చాడు. ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్ అండ్ వై అనే నెంబర్స్ ఏవైనా అవ్వచ్చు. వేర్ ఎక్స్ అండ్ వై ఆర్ వాట్? డిఫరెంట్ అండ్ ఆల్సో నాన్ జీరో డిజిట్స్. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ నాన్ జీరో డిజిట్స్. నాన్ జీరో డిజిట్స్ మీన్ దట్ వాట్? 1, 2 likewise 9. Non-zero digits means that what? Digits means that 0 to 9. Non-zero means that what? 1 to 9 without having 0. సో 1 to 9 అండ్ ఆల్సో ఎలా అన్నాడు డిఫరెంట్గా ఉండాలి అనేసి అన్నాడు. అలాంటివి ఎన్ని పాసిబిలిటీస్ వస్తాయి 0.xy ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ 0 ఉంది కాబట్టి దానికి మనం ఏం చేయలేం. XY ప్లేసెస్లో ఎన్ని వస్తాయని అడిగాడు. X ప్లేస్లో ఎన్ని వస్తాయి చెప్పండి అమ్మా 9 possibilities because we need to use that 1 to 9. Okay, is it clear amma? How many possibilities are there? 9. And when it comes to Y, he said different. Different means that repetition is not allowed. So out of 1 to 9 digit lo 1 digit already uses. Rest of the digits are 8. 9 into 8 means that 72. So answer is what? 72 ways. In many cases we take 0 kadamma. Prati case loni 0 ni even gane తీసుకుంటాం because 0 is an even number. Not in many cases, all the cases. 0 itself is an even digit, which means that it is an even number. One non-zero digit, one vowel and one consonant from English alphabet. In capital anadu, it's not needed. Are to be used in the following passwords. Okay? అంటే క్యాపిటల్ అయితే ఏంటి నార్మల్గా అయితే ఉంటుంది నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ అనేవి అవే ఉంటాయి. Such that each password has to start with a vowel and end with a consonant. How many such passwords can be generated? Last year question. So the password is formed with what? One non-zero digit, one vowel and one consonant from English alphabet are to be used in the forming of passwords. A password formed with what? Digit, a vowel and consonant. So which means that it is a password of 3 digits. So we need to form a 3-digit password. And what is the condition? Such that each password has to start with vowel. So starting should be vowel and end with consonant. Okay? Then what is the middle number? Middle thing? So vowel తో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది consonant తో end అవుతుంది. పాస్వర్డ్ అన్నది ఏంటి నాన్-జీరో డిజిట్స్తోని ఓవెల్తోని తర్వాత కాన్సోనెంట్తోని ఫామ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి ఆల్రెడీ ఓవెల్ కాన్సోనెంట్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఇక్కడ నేను యూజ్ చేయాల్సింది ఏంటి నాన్-జీరో డిజిట్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో నౌ హౌ మెనీ ఓవెల్స్ ఆర్ దేర్? 5 ఓవెల్స్. AEIO 5 ఓవెల్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. Non-zero, next position is what? Non-zero digit. Non-zero digit means that what? 1 to 9. 1 to 9 means that how many possibilities are there? 9 possibilities. Yeah, consonants. Consonants means that how many consonants we have? 21. So if you multiply 5 into 9 into 21, so the answer is what? 945. And by the way, మీకు బిగినింగ్లో చెప్పాను కదమ్మా, సో యూ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ మోర్ ఆన్ ద నెంబర్ సిస్టమ్స్ అండ్ పర్ముటేషన్స్ అండ్ కాంబినేషన్, రేషియోస్ అండ్ ప్రపోర్షన్స్, పర్సంటేజెస్ మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ 4 topics from the averages is another topic you need to focus on. And when it comes to the reasoning lo aithe number series problem, obviously we have that 3 to 4 question. Definitely we have 3 to 4 question number series, number puzzles related questions. Next topic వచ్చేసి మనకి డైరెక్షన్స్, ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆన్ డైరెక్షన్స్. సింపుల్గానే ఉంటాయి, 2-3 questions ఉంటాయి. నెక్స్ట్ బ్లడ్ రిలేషన్స్ కూడా చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ కోడింగ్ అండ్ డీకోడింగ్. ఈ టాపిక్స్ నుంచి షోర్గా ఇస్తాడమ్మ. నాన్ వర్బల్ రీజనింగ్, సిలోయిజం టాపిక్ ఒకటి. ఓకే, క్యాలెండర్స్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, క్లాక్స్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. నాన్ వర్బల్ రీజనింగ్లో అన్నీ కవర్ అవుతాయమ్మ, అంటే డయాగ్రామ్స్ రిలేటెడ్గా ఉంటాయి. సో ఈ టాపిక్స్ మీద అయితే మేజర్గా ఫోకస్ చేయండి. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ మనకి 2020 నుంచి 2024 వరకు అన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా మీరు సాల్వ్ చేస్తే మ్యాక్సిమం మీకు యూజ్ అవుతుంది. మ్యాక్సిమం అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ రీజనింగ్ మ్యాక్సిమం కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయండి. అథమెటిక్లో అయితే ఈ 4 topics అయితే కంప్లీట్గా చేయండి. సో వీటితో పాటు మీకు ఇంగ్లీష్ కాంప్రిహెన్షన్ కూడా ఉంటుంది CSATకి అయితే. సో యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో టేక్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇంగ్లీష్ కాంప్రిహెన్షన్ ప్రాసెస్. అలా చేస్తే బిఫోర్ దట్ యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్ సమ్ మార్క్ టెస్ట్. అట్లీస్ట్ మీకు ఉన్న టైంలో 5-6 మార్క్స్ టెస్ట్లో అయినా సరే మినిమం రాయండి. ఇట్ విల్ బీ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూ.